Oh boy. Okay, well, before we get into last game, I want to award some inspiration for amazing roleplay in the events after the Malar Moon. I'm going to give Vorik, Pell, and Jeremael actually an inspiration point. And also want to check up on some housekeeping items real quick. Who has Gurky's bag of holding?
Pell, right?
I think Pale.
Yeah.
Pell does? Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Flint had it.
I thought it was Pell.
I got
Dude,
my
what
bag
the
of holding.
Maybe
I
it
think
is.
Flint has, because Flint just like shoves shit into the bag.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
that's
just-
true. Yeah, it's Flynn.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So as far as connection, it's just Discord for me.
Oh, okay.
Well, like Roll20 is kind of shit the bed at the moment too, but
You know what my connection is right now, Warwick, for Discord?
what?
42 ms.
See, mine's 276 right now, which
36.
which makes no sense whatsoever. What was you just did the Ookla speed test, right?
Yeah, like 6.24 megabits per second.
Down.
Down.
So I just ran mine and it's 502.
Well, I'm at 6, so you're 100 times better. What's your point?
So like I don't know why my Discord is just fucking having a heart attack.
It's probably
See,
just Discord, man.
Mine is focused on what I need to use, and it's using everything I got in that one section.
It's using all three of its brain cells to do the one thing.
It's using its 6 intelligence for my Discord. God damn it.
I think
try
mine
that.
says there's an update, but I'm scared to do it because my computer sucks ass.
Oh,
and it'll
yeah.
be like
Well,
5 years before I get it back.
I updated mine, so maybe you should not do that.
Yeah, don't do it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
it's all right.
so Flint has the Gurky bag. Who has the regular bag? That's Pell, right?
Hell,
I'll be right back.
All right, goodbye.
The Looking Glass shard, that is in which bag?
didn't they start in Pell's bag?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking too, because Pell shoved it into place. So that's
Yes.
bag of holding. Oh, we're still getting started. Go ahead and say it.
Roll initiative.
doing it.
Thank you, baby.
Can you hit me up?
Okay. So going around the board, who is attuned to what items? Starting with Flint, what are you currently attuned to?
I have the homunculus servant, the spell storing ring. I have the I can't think of what I just called them kinetic dampeners, but the shield thing.
Okay.
For Ugbor and mind sharpener.
Can you do 4? I thought it was just 3 that you're allowed to do.
He's an artificer.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah, artificer can get up to 6 by a certain point.
Cheats,
let me check.
hacks.
I thought
Yeah.
it was
You get 3, and then an artificer should
Yeah, I'm
get 4 or 5
4
by
items.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
then you should get up to 6 by the end.
Cool. So what was the last one?
mind sharpener.
My sharpener. Cool. Ugbor, what are you attuned to? He's gone. Never mind. No, wait, he's there. Okay. Can you hear us? You still good?
He's not in the game though, so I don't know unless he has it written down in his notes.
He's coming on and off. I don't know.
I got it.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, Ugbor, what are you currently attuned
My
to?
5 gigahertz band is overloaded, but the interesting thing is that personal network isn't. So I think that it is the 5 gigahertz band in the neighborhood is oversaturated.
Are you
But I'm on 2.4 gigahertz band now, and I'm getting what I pay for, 300 down and 24 up.
Are you saying that you overclocked your internet?
Yeah, I overclocked the internet. It's sort of like it's sort of like if people remember back in the day, there used to be party lines, landlines. You would just pick up the phone, and anybody from the
Thank you.
neighborhood could be talking on that line.
Oh yeah,
And
I heard of
I think that's what's happened. Because
Nice.
anytime I hop on that 5 gigahertz network, it just everything tanks. It suffers so hard.
Well, Ugbor, what are you currently attuned to?
Let me pull up my character. I think I'm attuned to like 2 things.
Okay.
I'm attuned to Giant Slayer. I'm attuned to my tattoo Blood Fury. And I'm attuned to my Stone of Anti-Scrying.
Okay. Munson, what are you attuned to?
My Stone of Anti-Scrying and my Atlas of Endless Horizon.
That's it.
Yep.
Vorik, what are you attuned to, if anything?
Dead.
V-Man, you with us? Did your neck
Sorry?
crit? Vorik.
It's not Fauna.
Nope. Okay, well, wait on Vorik. Pell, what are you attuned to?
Still tastes good though.
Amulet of the Devout, Dragon Scale, and the Token of Anti-Scribe.
Okay. And Jeremy L's not here, so we'll find out later.
To himself. He's attuned to himself.
It's like a centering
I-
up.
That takes 3 slots.
Just really feeling himself.
He's really feeling. Right now, he's attuned to Kobold at the moment.
He's vibing.
I am extra, but I signify what I'm attuned to with this red icon that I put into the name of the item I'm attuned to.
Fancy.
Nice.
On my character sheet, I just put it in my my features and traits. I put down what the item was, and then I put what it for the instead of a class or race, I put under other and just wrote down attuned. And then up in my sources, above it, I just put down how many attunement slots I have and how many I've used, so it makes it easy.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, with that settled, let us recap. Last time, you guys ventured into the sand plate enduring sandstorms, some nomadic mages on an errand you were unable to discern due to lack of people to talk to or records. You escaped a very clever kobold trap, and however, the kobolds that you captured were able to scream for help from Adamek, their red dragon leader, who appears to be a spawn of Durgma in some way. The full story there you also do not know. But as his body tumbles from the air, Ugbor falls out of his mouth, and Vorik, previously perched on the back of the airborne dragon, runs across his spine and was able to barely latch onto the heels of the half-orc as Ugbor magically flew vertically downward, chasing the beast. As it crashes to the dirt with a boom that resounds through the valley, firstly, Ugbor, what are you doing? You have not quite reached the body yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like in a rage.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I think
Hello.
Hello.
not to the body yet. I'm just gonna
Where's the dragon's body at anyways? There you go, sorry.
up to the body, and I'm gonna examine it. I wanna look at its face.
Okay. So as you reach the ground where the body is, the body crashes and just goes limp, total ragdoll. The face is basically... It's very hard to read a dragon's expression, especially when you're not familiar with it, and especially when the head is half cut off, and it's a little distorted because of that. The muscles are not taut, pulled by anything. It's just totally slack, eyes open but vacant.
Well, let's finish the job.
Flint.
The
Are you
face
there,
of
buddy?
mommy issues.
Flint, you need to grab Vorik and we need to go up before I lose my flying ability. If we don't go soon, then you'll have to take the hard way up while I just teleport myself and watch you all stay down here. I can't fly.
Okay.
We can come back for the dragon or let the kobolds have their moment of sadness once we stop that damn bard from trying to kill them.
Indeed.
I agree.
So, I would say let's leave it here for now. Let's go up there before my flight wears out. Maybe crash a night up there, claim it as our own, claim the victory, bring Gurki out, and take a view of our treasures.
Okay, so you guys are traveling over yonder. Is that right?
But before you do that, Ugbor goes up and he touches his arm to the dragon, the arm with the tattoo on it.
Okay. So you touch your tattoo to the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do, your friends begin walking and flying in their general direction that they intend to go. But you take a moment to bend down and touch the front of your arm onto the dragon, and the tattoo begins to burn with an intensity you have not previously felt. And as this happens, Ugbor, there is a voice that resonates from nothingness but fills all of the perceptible space around your group that everyone can hear. Yes! Excellent work. Finally, a worthy representative. Ugbor, Giant Slayer.
Hey, hey, hey.
Relieve Wallen the Fallen of his position and his life. And as this booming voice fades, you see a shining at your feet as the blood of the dragon coalesces and shimmers and sparks like a hammer striking steel from a forge. And from the viscera of the dragon materializes a small handheld object, that of a red and black wrought iron spoon that comes to a sharpened point with serrations on one side.
Ooh, you got a steak knife.
What's
Yeah.
that? What the hell was that noise, Ugbor?
I do believe that be Groomsh.
Wicked. He'll like high five you.
Yeah. And I take that high five. You remember that that gladiator we ran into a while back? He said he was gonna kill me the next time he saw me.
No.
I think I was asleep that day.
Oh. So that happened. And now I think I have to go and kill him.
And wasn't that back in Sunder?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Maybe he survives Sunder. He's just that powerful.
Could be.
Could be. Now you're ready for such defeats now that you've destroyed a dragon.
Ugbor scoops down and picks up whatever has materialized from the viscera.
As you pick up the sharpened spoon, you are reminded of the three leaders of your tribe in Treston. The triad of warriors who have proven their mettle so fiercely that they are called the Chosen of Groomsh. And in their faith, they have removed one of their eyes to honor their one-eyed warrior. Their one-eyed warrior god.
Oh shit. You guys see like Ugbor's blood drain as he realizes what he's holding.
What is he
What
holding?
is that?
Yeah.
What you got there, buddy?
I think Groomsh is calling me to act, but I don't know if I wanna.
Do it, do it, do it.
Dude, I'll help you.
I'll watch.
I think
I'm kind of a trained doctor.
nah. I think I gotta do it. I think I gotta
Sounds ceremonial.
Yes.
I mean, I'll help you clean up afterwards. Like, I'll make sure you're head doesn't rot from the inside.
When's the next time we're stopping by the stacks?
Have I ever
No
been to the
idea.
stacks?
It's the
Yeah,
the
you
brick
have.
place.
Munson, you have for sure. You have a quick teleport there.
Yeah.
We can go there whenever after we go visit the cave,
Okay.
if you want.
I think I do want to. I want to know more. I want to know more about my tribe.
Okay, that doesn't bother me any, long as I don't have to fight anything. I'm tired
Dustin.
of killing you.
As I add this spoon to my inventory, what should I name it?
Whatever
Ah,
you feel
Red
like.
black spoon.
Ceremonial
Red black spoon. I like
Eye Scoopy.
that. Ooh, ice.
extruder.
We call it a Victorinox steak knife. Yeah, really, really sharp.
Colloquially, it's called
Oculectomy machine.
Extractor.
a grape popper.
Oh God.
That's actually a jalapeno popper. It's delicious.
An ocular atomizer.
I tell Ugborn his head, you don't have much time to get to that cave before my fly wears out. We must hurry.
Away we go.
All right, wait. Before we go, how much blood is left over, Dustin, from not congealing into a spoon?
Oh, a lot. There's plenty of meat and scales and teeth and bones and claws. Just the entire body of the dragon sands like a couple cups of blood for this conjured item.
Could I take my son and put the symbol of Grouge on Ugbor's forehead?
You certainly can.
Okay, I'll do that. All right, let's go.
Should I do it? Hold on, should I? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna run over there real quick because now they've motivated me. I'm going to take 2 of my empty vials and fill them with red dragon blood.
Not hard to do.
Nope.
You all notice that anybody touching the blood or coming into contact with the blood, it is very hot, hotter than body temperature, even of the dragon. Those who would, for Pelino and Munson, gathering the blood for your symbolistic and your gathering purposes, as you touch the body of the dragon, the blood is hotter than the dragon, almost boiling. It doesn't hurt to touch, but almost so.
I forgot to add the details that yeah, I'm a rogue of awesomeness, so no, I don't actually touch it.
Gotcha.
With having my legend, yeah, no.
Munson's like,
Negative.
hey, I almost forgot. I'm not dumb.
Yeah, I'm fucking touching that shit. I got a hand that can do everything for me now.
Your hand's just shaking.
It's invisible. It's even better.
So that accomplished, as you guys begin
You could be using it any moment, and none of us would know.
As you guys begin to fly to wherever it is you choose to fly to,
Cave entrance.
we'll say that both Pell and Vorik, with your passive perceptions, are able to see the doors over here on the map that I'm selecting, if you can see it, open. And there are 5 kobolds that come out of that cave before the door seals behind them, looking at you.
Wait, hold on. Which door?
Let me put them right here. Boop.
It's right
Boopy boop.
Oh, over there. Sorry. Okay.
Boop.
I'll be just a second.
I was so scoped in, I was like, "There's a door somewhere."
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
The 4 kobolds are
5.
dressed in pieces of scrap that have been gathered through what means you don't know. Just litter that accents and makes armor for 4 of the individuals, while one is dressed in baggy beige cloth, and the one wearing the cloth is smaller than the rest of the kobolds, who are already at sub-flint height. The one, I'll just say for our purposes, I'm going to have Jeremiel
I ate a nut like 5 hours ago.
We'll have Jeremy back up over here with you guys. What are you guys doing?
I know what I
Yeah,
have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Really killing my fly moment here. Hold on.
Oh yeah, totally.
I gotta check my numbers before I decide to play with these buttons. How long has this fight taken? We've been here how long, you want to say? Give me a rough estimate.
The fight in total, it's been several rounds, like maybe max 6 rounds or something of that nature. So, like you're talking about a minute, less than a minute.
Okay, so I still have 9 minutes left on fly. Well, I'll say 8.5. 8 minutes to be safe. Perfect.
We've been here 6 minutes, and it's been 2.5 weeks.
I'll fly over to him. Still, because my other languages are still active, because they're for an hour.
Fly too.
So
Also cast tons of myself.
yeah, I will approach and just kind of put my hand up as not showing hostility.
Okay.
We'll just say I'm 20 feet in the air.
The smallest kobold comes forward and scoots its feet across the ground, causing the sand to just scuttle under it, making this hissing noise. It walks forward a few feet before looking back at the others that are holding spears and bows. And the small kobold is extremely teary-eyed, just glassy, looking extremely sorrowful. And when the small kobold looks back, you hear the other kobolds say "Zira," but based on your tongues, this is not a word that means anything. So you can discern this is probably a name. The little one turns back to face you, Munson. Its face now wet with tears, and it says, "Adamek," and it hops down off of the ledge it's on, down to the ground here, and keeps walking forward.
I will look at him like, young friend, and I will do it in kobold or dragon. Was it not dragon.
Draconic.
Draconic.
They would understand Draconic.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, you know
Okay.
what I meant. And I would look at him like, young friend. Your friends called out for the defense of your friend, Adamak, and unfortunately, to defend ourselves, he had to go down. Take him, worship him, take him to your home.
So you're currently
Keep him
flying
20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air above this platform. Okay.
And like, take his body, take it home, worship it, love it, create it. Remember who you worshipped. And
Bang
keep
it, eat it. Who cares? I'm dead.
And keep it within your grasps. Take the skull as memory. Remember this was who you worshipped. Keep him close.
The small kobold, dressed in these baggy sackcloth-looking clothes, scuttles again continuously, a little quickly towards you, dragging its feet, making the sands make noise as it moves. And as it kind of walks forward, as it gets closer to you, Pell, are you on this platform here?
Yeah,
He's
I'm
flying right now on this griffin.
Are you flying, or are you on the ground right there?
I'm flying. I'm on spaghetti.
As it gets closer to you, the kobold, just distraught, almost sobbing, looks up at Pell and holds its arms up.
Spaghetti, go down. Yeah, go down. And if Spaghetti will take me down, I'll land right beside him.
Sure. Spaghetti listens to you. So you land right beside it, and the kobold rushes up and tries to wrap its arms around you. Do you resist?
No, I'll pick it up. You want a piece?
Okay. As you pick it up, you pick up the kobold and go to embrace it. And as you do, you feel that underneath the sackcloth is ribs, like lines, And at the same time you do this, at the same time you recognize what you're feeling, you also hear the sss, and the young kobold sobbing screams, "For back!" And the kobold explodes in your arms.
Forget.
And you are going to take
4,000 damage. Oh,
Don't worry about the griffin and the impel.
you are going to take 53 force damage,
that's
As-
crazy.
as well as spaghetti.
All right,
The hell does
so
we get?
it's got 6 health left.
How much health does spaghetti have?
59,
59. Okay.
and that's massive damage for me too.
Okay. So I'll have you roll on the massive damage table.
The thing I have a lot of luckies. Forget. Let me see. Oh,
So-
it's cocked. Fuck my life.
So, just throwing this out there, I was
Mhm.
chatting with another friend, IRL, and I told him that I had to make a sacrifice to receive a blessing. And he immediately goes, "You need to sacrifice the bard." He doesn't play D&D.
That's fantastic.
I got hit 17,
You got 17. Okay.
and I used
Heard
all
the
my
man.
luckies.
What is it?
Said I used all my luckies.
Oh, you had to use all your luckies for that 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's-
Um,
We're having a bad day.
Go ahead and roll for spaghetti as well, because he definitely suffered massive damage.
It's got a +3 to its con. 17.
17. Okay. So the kobold, after you try to console this creature, the kobold, who was apparently strapped with dynamite, with fuses hissing under its clothes, you wrap your arms around it only to have your entire body blown backwards and off of Spaghetti, and you and Spaghetti are knocked prone on the ground right here, and the kobold is gone.
So when that happens, I would instantly rage into a point where it's not a good thing. And as soon as it blows and he flies back, my eyes would turn into a crystal white, and in the center of this, I would do instead of a fireball, I'm gonna do a ball of lightning
Okay, where was your target?
right there,
Gotcha.
right at the door.
Figured. Okay. So as they
So I'm gonna change fireball because I can with my order scribe. I'm gonna make it all pure lightning.
okay, so it's fireball spell.
How does
but
that work? Can you share that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he can cast a spell, so he's casting fireball, but the damage type is lightning.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I can change the elemental thing. It's cool as fuck, really.
Yeah, so he is.
I gotta remember which one. You gotta remember I'm drinking. So I gotta
Holy
remember
shit,
if I can
Munson's
figure
the
it out.
avatar.
Munson's pissed what he just saw.
It's gonna
So,
take their bending away.
the young baby kobold explodes as a suicide bomber in Pel's arms, and the other
There it is, right
kobolds begin to cheer as they draw back their bows. But Munson whips out first a fireball. So that's a
Yeah.
dex save for all of them, right?
Dex save DC 17.
DC
And I'll roll the
17.
damage. And I'm gonna upcast it to 4th level.
Okay.
Because I'm pissed.
2 of them make the save, but I don't think
Okay.
it freaking matters.
So that would be 9d6 lightning. Let me.
They have a
Glass
max.
cannons, are they?
They have a max hit point of 5, but sure, roll the dice.
You know what? I'll roll on the
Seal
game.
it.
Fuck it. Do it the easy way. So we'll say 33 to those that are out there, and it would shoot if there's any hold or probably shatter that door into pieces. And then it would be what, 17 halved, 16 halved.
Okay, so here's the thing: as you cast your spell, not only does it like electrify and disintegrate the creatures that are there in front of you, as the lightning arcs between them back and forth, and the door that is partially made of wood, partially made of metal behind them, it already started to open, unbeknownst to you, but the electricity arced between the metal of the door and the person behind the door, and you hear a series trailing from inside the door down under the ground and over under the ground towards the mountain, just and just a series of explosions, and the
Did anyone have dynamite?
the ground shakes beneath you, and smoke begins to pour out of not only the door you're seeing in front of you that partially collapses, but smoke pours out of every door in this area, and some holes that crack open along the way where the tunnel was underneath this valley going towards the mountain. There's small holes that crack open, and smoke pours out of those holes as well.
Wow.
You fucked with the wrong guy.
I thought you about said God for a second.
No, 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 no.
Ugbor,
I don't believe in any gods, so it doesn't work for my character.
So that situation.
Ugbor uses that strike to dash up there. That's why I moved the 80 feet. I used
Sure.
a dash.
Sure. Situation effectively dealt with. We still are not even in initiative, and it's fine.
No, yeah, I was. Anger happens.
What happened?
Anger happens. Just
You
pretend I'm
little
a Ugbor. When I get mad, things die.
Jesus, pals.
I want to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level on Spaghetti.
Okay.
Cause you already used heal on me.
Yeah. So it gets 22 healing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Spaghetti.
I'm going to touch Pell because Pell took quite a hit, and I can take damage because that's what I do, and I'd rather have my healer as full as possible. I will come down and touch him and transfer life to him, and I will up it to 4th level, so it'd be, I'm gonna roll 5d8 necrotic damage to myself, and whatever the damage is, he gets double health.
Roll your dice.
I'm getting there.
Good spell.
It is.
It is.
So there's 14 plus 12 is 26 plus 9 is 26. My brain just stopped, guys. So
35.
26. 35. So he gets 70 healing and I take 35 damage.
There you go. How much health do you have left, out of curiosity?
He healed
that's
me.
all right.
He healed me to max, so I'm.
Okay.
So I'm only down. What was that? 36. 30.
30d6. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. I have 43 left still.
Nice.
And I rolled. Ooh, first roll. That'd be 36. I need a. Do I need an 8? Is that an 18 I need? With my con
Persistent
save?
shock. I think it's 15, like a DC 15 to make it.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. I'm fine.
53
Barely holding.
damage on that 10d10 is not bad.
No. That's above average.
Hurt like hell.
So whatever damage you took, I just healed you for basically 72 hit points.
Okay.
Back
So-
full.
So with all that said, now what are you guys doing?
Let's get to the fucking cave. I'm done.
Yeah.
And I start leaving. Like there's such this anger, annoyance in Munson because he didn't want to kill them. He was trying to be peaceful, and then that shit happens, and now he's just like, I'm done. Nope, fucking done. Try to be nice to people. People
I'm
fucking die.
so sorry, Spaghetti. Can't believe J Money was right.
And Ugbor, remember you have 60 movement per turn, not 40. Cause you still have fly on you.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you can move with dash 120 per turn.
Okay. Well,
I can move. Is that 60? I can move 180 per turn right now.
so Flint with Anthony and oh, don't kill me. Shoot, Squimbly. You are on your Griffin. Munson, Ugbor have Fly. Pelna has Spaghetti. Vork, where are you?
I told Flint to pick up work.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on.
Cool. Good to go.
And then the bard still has fly for me.
So, as you fly towards the mountain, flipping off your camels and horses as you go, you notice that the mountain itself is very imposing. You know where to go. You don't know how to get there necessarily other than flying there, but you don't know what's up there. You can see where the cliff levels off, where Gurki has described the Dragon's Den might be, but it's 100 feet above where you currently are. And the mountain itself is imposing, like nothing you've ever felt before. Like this spire of the world just juts up as some monument of creation itself from powers that don't blink at your brief existence, having raised something this immense that now looks down on you.
Into
You kind of cut off. I think we lost Messon. He might be gone for a second. So what's everybody else's plan?
I think that's you that's gone DM.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You're back now. I heard you.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. We were just wondering because you described very well that he came off of an entranceway out of the hole up top and then came down and came to strike us. So you would assume that would actually be pretty accurate to where he was at.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
So you guys are just going to fly up there?
Yeah, we'd fly up there, I would say.
Okay. Getting to the precipice of that cliff area. It's wide and not too deep from its comparative size. It's kind of oblong shaped, and this is almost like a landing pad that then gives way to an opening where big enough for Adamek to crawl out of, but it's just a large tunnel. That looking into it, about halfway in, there is a large set of arches before the tunnel curves to the right, but it's very dark inside. There's no natural light. Just this side of the tunnel, before it begins to narrow, is a table of sorts, almost like an altar. Some things have been placed, including plants that have been burned to black ash that are kind of barely holding their shape. There's also a few scattered coins, but other than that, it's marred with claw marks and things that would suggest that things were put here as offerings and then grabbed with teeth or claw and then rent inside or somewhere else.
Does it seem pretty dark in here?
You're still standing on the outside until you tell me different. On the outside of the cave, standing on this cliffside, it's a little foggy because at this level, clouds do mar your vision.
Alright, I'll activate my dark vision, which is a second level spell slot.
Wait.
What? What's up?
He'll look in and see it's dark, and I think Flint doesn't have not dark vision either. So I'm just going to use my Eyes of Night and give you and him 300 feet of dark
Oh,
vision.
gotcha. Okay.
Damn.
Sweet. Like
Nice.
it's an automatic thing I always want to do. And then what I would do, of course, with all that,
The two people without dark vision became the two people with the best dark vision.
yeah.
How big?
For the rest of the team and distance-wise, I'll do what I normally do. I will activate my dancing lights as we get up top. So we will land. My fly will disappear, and I will launch up dancing lights and just kind of have them guide us through as we walk.
Gotcha. Okay. So are you guys proceeding inside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then we'll pop over.
I take no qualms.
Pop over to this screen then. Let me do that, and I'll have to reveal some stuff for you.
Especially with our fucking new night vision. Jesus.
Vision.
Oh my god. This map is huge.
Basically,
It's freaking massive, yes. So let me do this. I'll reveal
my God.
what you can see. This is what you have currently.
Okay,
You-
it's like, where?
nice.
You may place your tokens
Oh,
on the
shit.
thing. Boop a doop. Boop.
Oh my god.
Boop. Don't, Vort, get off that arch. Move. Down. Okay.
Bad boy.
Well-
Bad boy.
I get.
Flint. We'll just assume Jeremy L. Where am I missing? Flint.
Oh,
Pell.
holy
Dustin,
shit!
where did you get this asset?
I spent money.
Yeah, this looks like it's actually a 3D model with a grid on. Am I right? This is a 3D model.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do not have on my thing. I had a 3D representation of the arch that you guys are currently standing under, but you know.
Oh, that's
well.
dope. If you find it, could always share it.
Oh, dude, I pulled up right now. Let me see. Get that out of the way. Yep. Okay, let's go here. Wait, it's
I'm
not
running
here.
for a glass of water. Be right back.
I've got to pee in a second. I'm just going to show you guys this real quick, and then I'll do that. Well, you guys consider what you're doing. There we go. Move that over here. Boop. Boop. There you go. There's the arch that you guys are currently standing under. Take note of the size. But as you contemplate what you're seeing and doing, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Flint, I keep taking away all your power housing.
That's okay.
I know.
This
My character's trying to go from explore mode back to anger explosive mode. It's almost like I'm a barbarian.
map loading for anybody else.
Yeah,
it
bottom
took a
left corner.
second. Yeah.
Or are you
Oh,
talking about?
doesn't.
Are you talking about the one on Discord?
No, the one on Roll20.
No, mine load just fine.
Mine is currently having a heart attack.
I've returned.
Welcome back. I'm on my next glass of drink, so I'm good. First roll in that, I rolled an 18. Not bad. Well, besides my damage dice.
Oh, dope arches.
Right.
Okay.
Seems more open. I like it.
So, what have we decided to do? You guys are going inside, or what is your plan?
Actually, you know what? I would retro the dancing lights because with everyone having the least basic ability.
Yeah, I can see 60 feet in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Jury duty, really? Fucking bitches. October 4th. Okay. Yeah, so I'll retro the fucking dancing lights and just go, no, you know what? We have 6 minutes or 7 minutes, 6 minutes of fly left. We can travel some good distance in that time if we keep it active and they still have their griffins.
Sure.
I would wait. Is everyone back?
Oh, I didn't realize people were gone besides me. No, Pell's gone.
Okay. So you said you went. Agbor went to get a drink.
I'm back.
Okay. There's Pell. Everybody good? Everybody here?
No, that was Agbor. That wasn't Pell.
I see Pell on the camera.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. My cameras won't load. Remember?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. I would say with everyone on their horseback or fly back, and with fly so active, I would say let's straunt forward. So in the air, I would say about 10 feet off the ground,
Okay.
and I would move the full 60.
Okay. Well, as you guys
But I can't see any farther than that. So
as you guys progress further into the cave, first off, this is what you're seeing.
it's beautiful. Ooh, even more
This
beautiful.
Holy
not-
shit.
Really is cool as fuck.
Now,
Mhm.
at the oppressive heat in this cave makes it hard not to imagine that you are in the belly of the beast that you just killed. You stand on the precipice of a hellish lava vault that is continuing to pour into different holes in the ground, pouring further into the earth. Tunnels that, similar to the one that you entered by, are putting off this crazy amount of heat that's not harmful to you at this time, but you are now in the heart of what is basically the remains of Adamex and Durgma's den.
Mr. DM, can
Yes.
I show you something? Okay, let's activate this one. Go live. Okay, so do you see my screen?
Let me go over
I
here.
load Discord.
Watching stream. Yes.
Okay, so if you go to your toolbox up here,
Mm-hmm.
go up to your settings, you can scroll down and go to your opacity and get rid of the lines so we don't have to see them. So
Oh.
it gives more depth to your thing. Take that from max to 0 and then save settings, and then it will get rid of all the funny lines for you. Then it makes it more sexy.
How's that? Does that go?
Holy crap, man! Yes.
Okay.
Can you
Yes.
can you flip over, Munson, so I can see what you see, because I don't see the difference.
Oh, sorry. Dun, dun, dun.
Holy shit, yeah. they just
What's different?
So
The grid's gone.
The grids are
Oh,
gone.
the grid,
full
okay.
White grids.
Oh.
All the grids are 100% gone. So now we see an actual map, not a gridded map, where the grids kind of make it, take away the characteristic of your design.
Cool. Sorry, I didn't even see the grid, honestly.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not wearing my glasses either, so
you're good.
there you go.
All right, I'm gonna turn off my highest internet there.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Even better. Thank you.
No problem.
Wow.
So,
It's so much without the grid, it's so much more obvious that it's 3D.
Yeah, like I was saying, the grid was kind of killing the feel, but with the grid gone, hell yeah.
so what are you guys doing?
I'm waiting for Flint and Bort. They're not moving.
So I got a
I was-
question, Dustin.
What's that?
Oh,
Matt?
I was hiding behind a pillar. Here, I'll hide behind this one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whenever Durgma died, was it in here?
No.
No.
Durgma was killed on the edge of the sand plate. Let me just show you.
She's nowhere near
what,
here.
what is known as the Battle of Durgma took place right here. Oops. Cancel. Get out of here. Are you guys on my page? Yes, you are. Stop it. Oh, there. It took place right here. So Durgma,
Yeah.
what happened was Durgma flew off of the rise cliffs here of the sand plate and dove down over the battlefield, and blazing a trail of fire and death beneath her, eventually landed somewhere and was overtaken before she could relaunch.
Yeah, we whipped her ass.
She should have never landed. What a rookie.
What a rookie.
Rookie mistake.
If she had my intelligence, she would have won that battle. Just saying. Just saying.
Against an army?
Yeah.
Against 3 armies?
You're simple. An ancient dragon with the abilities and the great powers in which she could provide? Hell yeah, she could.
Probably, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking strong.
Durgma's like, I have an army, and the orc dude was like, we have a Hulk.
We have a Hulk. Okay, has everyone moved up? You know what? I'm out of that whole fear stage. I'm still kind of that grumpy stage. So hovering 10 feet, I just take the corner. There's a fucking creature. My character doesn't care right now. He's like, find treasure, bring back greatness.
Get it.
Don't outrun me there. How dare you, pal? You're lucky I
Super
didn't.
thing?
You're lucky I didn't dash.
That's what you're looking at.
Sexy shit. So as I get close to obviously the hole of doom here,
Mm-hmm.
that's very live, active lava, right? There's like, does it look like the top of the lava itself is actually like crusting over, or does it seem like it's very, very liquidy, still red, sexy lava?
No, it's flowing, bubbling, churning lava.
Nice. I will.
For example,
you know what,
you
Go
think that at this distance you're uncomfortable but safe. If you were to extend your body over the precipice, the rise of heat and sulfur would start to hurt you.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna not let Pel keep up with me this time.
Okay, so you're flying over the bridge there then.
Correct. I am over the bridge. I am hovering. I am not actually touching the wood itself.
Okay, fair enough. Roll a Constitution save for me.
Will do, boss man. That would be a rockin' 18.
Okay.
So Flint, if we find any goodies, we're just gonna keep them for ourselves, right?
I think I have 43.
Yeah, I think finders keepers. Losers walked there and found more.
Okay,
That's right.
With an 18, you're taking half damage of 4 fire damage as you stand over that bridge. Pal, do the same, please.
On save.
You said 4 damage?
Alright, so would it be
Okay.
me or Spaghetti?
Alright, my con save is fine. I'm still holding.
Well, it depends. Are you bringing Spaghetti into this cave? Are you still riding Spaghetti?
Oh yeah, he's riding spaghetti.
Then I would be both of you.
Okay. Well, wait, Flint.
Yeah,
Flint's
Did
baby
you
doesn't
take
start getting hurt.
Freckles in?
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm on Spaghetti. Yeah, it gets a +3 because she's better than me.
I saw the size of the map and whistled for her.
She got a 15. I got a 12.
Okay. Both of you are taking full damage, which would be 13 fire damage.
But I'm resistant to fire damage.
You are, because you're wearing your dragon armor. Spaghetti, however, is not.
No.
Ooh.
You know, that wasn't even my max movement. I just had to stop there because I ran out of.
It's not even its final form.
I still could have went 65 more feet.
Yeah, I think I could have went 60 more feet.
See, you can't outdrive me. It's like me and you were on a fucking race, so everyone else is taking the cautionary
So-
time around.
So Munson and Pell, as all three of you, including Spaghetti, begin to fly over this lava pit, the heat wells up, and it becomes almost difficult to maintain your height for the pressure that is exalted on you. And the stink of sulfur is burning your eyes. It is incredibly uncomfortable and a little painful to be over this heat.
I bet. Shit fucking hurts.
You are honestly...
I'm gonna have-
You were pretty convinced that if pressure were applied to the bridge, lowering it even a little bit, the bridge would probably catch fire and give way. That bridge cannot be functional. It has to be remains of whatever this used to be before Dogma inhabited this area.
Correct.
And its existence is happenstance.
As we cross, I will wait and see that the team seems to begin up and around.
Do we still have the mind link thing?
I think so. I think
I
think it was 5 hours or something, and he launched it right before we started to fight Dogma.
Yeah, you most definitely have it.
The other creature. Yeah. Because I still have fly up, so we definitely still have it.
Hey guys, that open spot hurt like hell. I'm gonna have to heal Spaghetti before we get out of here.
Duly noted. We see a. Wait. Who else on that? I don't think I'm on this one.
On what? No, you are. All of us, but
The group chat.
the bard. Everyone but the bard.
Okay. I just
Oops.
explained that it looks like we're looking at a cliff face that might become a bridge over the lava.
Okay. Well, you have the ability to go up and over without touching the ground, so make way and see what you find.
All right. We'll press on ahead. Away,
So-
boys.
Yeah, I'll wait till I see what he opens up down here, because I
Yep.
can't move any farther without more view.
Just a little bit that you can see there through that opening, because what you're seeing here, these guys, all of these walls right here are basically up to the ceiling. These are tunnels. This
Yeah,
isn't like an
yeah.
overview.
Gotcha.
So as Egbor progresses that way, these areas are revealed to him.
Okay.
I
Flint,
will-
Vorik.
Go ahead.
Flint, Vorik, come with me.
We're behind you. Vork's on Freckles.
I couldn't hear you. Over the extreme pressure of the lava.
And the lava.
Yeah, that's it. That's my contribution.
Okay,
I'm
Flint,
I'm just following, not trying not to fall in.
When you guys move forward, I guess me and
Where-
Flint will move to this open way here.
where did Vort go? I don't see him on the map.
Vork's still at the entrance, I think. He said he was having laggy issues.
No, he was following behind us, but his token did disappear. It was like over here.
He jumped in the lava.
Okay, I
He
can
went
fix that.
swimming.
Boop. There you go. You're behind Flint.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't know what happened because I said it here and then it just went gone.
It'd been eaten by the lava.
Okay. Let's see. So with
All right,
Winston,
DM, who first?
Winston moving forward, getting a better angle on what he is seeing. This is your current vision.
Dude, this map, man.
I know.
It's big as hell.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I relate to Ugbor and Flint that we are south of you guys. Looks like it continues to the east. If your ledge continues, just proceed forward.
All right, yeah, it looks like we're gonna lose sight of each other. It's looking like our tunnel does go east as well, so we'll try to meet up on the other side.
So I'll wait till you guys move before we do our move, and then I'll tell Pell we'll just keep going east. We'll come back and uncover the rest afterwards.
Meanwhile, Vorik is multiplying.
Yep, I saw that. Fixed it. So,
Eastbound down.
Ugbor, ever the forefront man. Here's what you see.
Do you see anything south from that direction or no?
Yeah,
He
I'm
does,
gonna
a
look
little bit.
south.
Nice.
Oh wow, okay. So we got a fork in the road, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand right here with Pell so I can kind of see if this becomes a new tunnelway on top of what we might be seeing this direction. With having this awesome vision, it's nice.
Yeah, I see like this all the time.
You showed him.
Yeah, I see everything.
Well, I kill everything.
Dustin, what do the walls look like? I'm looking at these walls back here. They look to be illuminated maybe from the glow of the lava. Is that what I'm seeing?
That is exactly correct. Let me see if I have a better visual for you. It looks, what you guys are in is something, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, something like that. That's what you're looking at.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you're getting the remnant of the lighting from the lava. Beautiful.
Damn, Dustin. What kind of money did you spend on this?
$4.
$4. Ooh.
Map makers are underselling themselves, dog.
Yep.
Oh well,
fix
he
that
lost out, not us.
That's true.
You guys are in the backish space of this cave now.
Did I see anything this direction?
Oh, let me just pan
Sorry,
down to
that's
you.
why I stopped there so I could see
That's
both directions.
Quite all right. Yeah, from that vantage point, you'll be able to see all of this.
Okay.
And Munson, you begin to see. Well, no, the distance wouldn't be a problem.
No.
That rock would be in the way, but you could see everything down here. And down here, you see a lot. In this corner of the cave, down here, there is just shimmering coins, boxes, piles of smatterings of objects. There are some portraits leaned up against the walls. The glitter and the assortment of objects strikes you. There are several objects of note that are immediately visible, which are, of course, the coins that light up red in this space, but also the glass orb on a small golden pedestal, and several boxes like chests, small chests of a couple of different sizes, and a male human who is chained, hands above his head to this wall. His head is down, shirt is removed, and you're not sure if this individual is breathing or not.
I will inform Ugbor or Flint. Head due south. We have found the treasure. It looks like there may also be a strapped human.
Okay.
Sprint if you need to.
You should probably know. There's a lot more to this cave. It seems to wrap around. It may even go a little bit further east, up towards the top here where we are.
I believe
Might be more exploring to do after.
Correct. I believe there's an orb down here that might be Gurky's orb. Potentially, looks like it could be what he was talking about.
Interesting.
Maybe you can move 120 because you can dash.
Okay, yeah, we'll dash.
And technically, so can Flint. Flint can do what, 160? Because you can do 80 per move with your Griffin.
Yeah, I think so.
You fast bastard. And then Flint, you'd be able to see what I just saw because you have the same vision I do, all through there. And of course, Pell. I will approach. I'm gonna still be above the treasure and all that. I don't want to necessarily be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Where would this human be per se?
They are chained to They're chained to this boulder right here, with iron chains.
I'll go in the air and I'll go with Pell. I'm like, Pell, let's check him out. Everyone else, here's our loot, here's our gold. Maybe pull Gurky in before we start getting into it, just in case it's trapped or triggered in some way. You never know. And then I'll take Pell with me in the air to try to fly over to this human. Whoa there, buddy. Give me some space. Give me some space.
I want to go ahead and stealth.
Say what, Boric? I didn't hear you.
I want to go ahead and stealth, just in case it is
Okay.
a trap.
I'm gonna be kind of wary with this guy. I did just have a tiny dragon man blow up in my arms.
Well, this one's chained to the wall at the moment, so that's a little more trustworthy.
Gotcha.
I don't trust anything right now.
Can I use investigation to check the room?
Sure. If you want to investigate the room, you can certainly roll investigation for me, please. What are you looking for precisely?
Traps mainly.
Okay. Looking around the room, this is a very hot, hostile environment. But this is not an environment that preludes man-made traps. If anything, these would be draconic or koboldian in nature. So very crude, obvious, very dangerous, but not too hard to find. You don't see anything in here. You get the notion that maybe the hazardous environment itself and the dragon that inhabits this area would have been the trap, if there was one.
Fair enough.
Matter of fact, you think this would be an awesome map to fight a dragon in, but that didn't work out, did it?
Well, you summoned the dragon before we did, so.
I mean, props to our
Just saying.
DM for, spending his real money on.
I kind of don't think the DM expected us to just full charge an adult red dragon.
Well, I mean, I plays them as I sees them. You guys captured kobolds. They did what kobolds would do, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hey,
So-
remember, I did no damage. I just killed its followers.
So, Flint, you do not believe this area to be trapped. Long story short.
Okay, cool.
Well, I will ask Pell to use his doctor abilities to check on this man to see if he anything noticeable, breathing, anything.
I'll medicine him.
Hey, did we level
Okay.
up?
No, you didn't. Well,
Okay.
after the dragon, you did, right?
Yeah, we were awarded a level up.
Did we?
So we should be at 12?
We should be at 11.
11, okay.
Well,
Oh,
What was that? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, 3, 9, and 3. So yeah, we should be level 12.
yeah,
Okay,
we
cool.
should be like 13.
Do what?
Work, you should be like level 20 by
Really?
now.
You're a
Jeez.
level ahead of us.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't
Technically-
seem right.
yeah,
So-
you drew something out of that deck or whatever, wasn't it?
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
I played myself. Yeah, so 12. It should be 12. That's correct.
So Ugbor should be 13.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I
Also-
think you all should be 11. I should be 12.
So
No,
who wanted to medicine?
it should be 13.
Medicine was Pell.
Pell. Okay. Yeah. So you're trying to investigate this human to see what's up. Great.
Just see if he's alive. What's up with him?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll medicine. Wow. Okay. Looking over this guy, you see that he's barely breathing. He's severely dehydrated. He looks a little malnourished. You don't know how long he's been here. How he got here, you're assuming maybe kobolds. Something between kobolds and Adamek. It's hard to say. Why he was kept here, also unclear, but he is barely alive.
I mean, he's here. He just ain't. He ain't
He's
looking
here,
too
but he's
good.
not here. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, well. If you don't trust the idea of Pell at the moment, if he's still alive at the moment, we can take. I would tell Flint, hey, wherever I found that orb at, I would say pull Gurky out or call for Gurky and see if he will show up and help us. He might know who this human may be, possibly. That would be the smart approach.
Hey, boss, we killed a dragon and found a person.
Yeah, are you telling that to Gurky?
Yes.
Okay. I beg your pardon. You killed who now?
Isn't that all you can say?
That's all. That's
Killed
all he's
him.
got.
That's all I
Yeah,
got.
That's all he's got.
I forgot it was Flint. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Okay, so I'll send a message to him as I normally do. Adamak, the new red dragon, is now slaughtered. We are in the cave. Found an orb. We will summon you here.
I was in the middle of lunch, but sure, let's go somewhere hostile and figure out what you guys have done. And he
And then
just.
I'll tell Flint, open the bag. Pull the rope.
I mean, take your time. But I can't tell him that.
And
Man,
my kind patience disappeared, so I gave him facts, told him to hurry the fuck up.
Good luck telling Gurky, man.
I already he'll be here.
Okay. So, Pell, what are you doing?
You wanna? I can pull him out of the bag. Ugbor's right there. You can do it.
Yeah, he's in Flint's bag, so Flint.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
gotta
whoever
stick
wants
your
to.
hand in.
Ugbor have to pull him out.
Yeah, I'll reach in there. Should I? Is that a strength check or what?
It's
I think it's just a rope.
it's a very difficult strength check from 150 feet away. Are you
Isn't he-
going to
he's
approach Pell?
He's in the other bag.
No.
He's in Flint's
Oh,
bag.
he's in Flint's. I forgot. Yes, I even asked that this morning. Good golly.
Yes, you did. Ding ding.
Yeah. So, Ugbor, you open and reach into the bag that Flint has, and find the rope that is within that is looped on one side, and you pull it. It doesn't feel taut for a second, but as you're holding it, like kind of dragging it up, like it's not working, and then suddenly it gets taut and a little heavier, and then you wrench up the body. This does not require a strength check. Gurky in his goblin form is not heavy, so you're able to pull him through, and sooner or later you see the beginnings of green skin and white hair.
Hey, long time no see, friend. I set him down on the ground.
Good afternoon. How are you fellows? Where am I?
You know, we're in a dragon's lair.
What, baby?
Cozy, isn't it?
A little warm for my taste, but beggars aren't
Well,
renters. So
the good thing about being in a dragon's lair is that it came pre-furnished, and then I show him the treasures.
that they do, don't they? And he begins to walk towards the treasure, just on his own, haphazardly, not even thinking.
So,
Is this,
I guess since everything's cool, when Gurky comes in and says that,
Mhm.
and Ugbor says something about a dragon's lair coming like furnished already. I want to make a hint at Gurky's and be like, "Is yours?"
Is what yours?
How did I say that? Like it comes pre-furnished,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make that jab at Gurky and be like,
Gotcha.
"How about yours?"
Well, you're asking him if this area used to belong to him, or if his specific
If his
density.
lair.
Okay.
If his lair, because he
furnished
doesn't
so
know,
well.
he doesn't know that we know.
You know what?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
He might.
he totally does.
We informed him what he was. Yeah.
Oh, well, I still want to ask him because I'm nosy and we've known him, especially Vork's, known him for a while.
I gotta show off my food. Yeah.
He kind of chuckles and looks down for a second before, as he's walking forward. Yes, we all have our knickknacks, as it were. Mine tend to be remnants, and he gets to the treasure and bends down to grasp the orb. It's about the size of a basketball, and it's just this glass, almost like crystal ball, but inside the glass is a swirling of red and gold, almost like energy, like ethereal energy. And as he
Was
reaches,
this what you desired?
yes, very. But no, my specific ponderings are memories, items that I have gathered at a magnum opus of every life I've lived, as an example that helps me recall at the end. And he picks up the orb and cradles the bottom of it, keeping the base on the object, and looks at it for a fair few seconds and just begins to grin, this jagged, toothy goblin grin. And you see the red reflecting in his eyes as he turns around and begins to walk back to Flint and Ugbor. Friend of yours, and he gestures over to with his head over to the man chained up.
I have no
We
idea.
don't know who he is.
Ah,
Yeah.
yep. Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
For real. What else is in here?
So, before I take my leave back to my safety, you said you killed another red dragon?
Yeah. Well, Adamanak.
Amanak, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, babe.
I'm not.
He was a wily beast. I tell you that.
Who was he? Did you have any idea? Where did this one come from?
Here, I think it took up in Dirkma's lair after Dirkma left or died.
Remember, Ugbor, its exact words were, "I will not make the mistake of my mother."
Hmm.
Oh.
Very
Yeah, it was
interesting.
mommy issues Magoo.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I will pass
It
this
seems
information.
Dirkma. Yeah. Okay. So Munson relays that then. Shit.
Yeah,
I relate it to your head so you can relate to him.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. It seems. Amanak was. The offspring of Dirkma.
Very interesting. I will pass this on to those of it need it, including the Sarah, but she's been quiet. She's been busy, I assume.
She's been captured. Perfect.
Is there anything specific you wish me to pass along to anyone that might be useful?
Yeah. Could I ask a personal favor?
You can ask.
I need to find someone. His name's Wallen.
Well, the one of the arena champions?
Yeah.
I assumed
Yeah.
he'd be dead.
Well, interestingly enough, it would seem not. I've received word from what I'm pretty sure is Grumsh, and He's still around, and I gotta kill him.
Well,
If you find any leads on that, let me know.
I'll keep my ear to the ground, but don't make any promises on that.
From what I recall, my last meeting with him, he was a bit of a heretic. It'll be good to rid the world of such a cretin.
And Mr. Munson, if something or someone had the power to kidnap Lesere or Torin, not only would the earth tremble from the power it would take to quell the rage of the other, it would be quite evident in the fact that most of the Ronewood would be burned down in the process. I don't think that's the case. It's probably busy.
Well, we're all busy sometimes.
That's
Fortunately, my busyness rewarded you well.
Some of us were busy with eating a fine cucumber sandwich, but that was not to be.
I mean, I could have taken the orb for you instead.
A potato, tomato.
Exactly. Alright, enjoy your day.
Well, I appreciate your endeavors, my friends, and if you need me further, please feel free to communicate.
I'll call you tomorrow.
See ya.
Mr. Flint,
I'll you tomorrow.
Mr. Flint, if you would be so kind.
Yep.
Remember, stuff it over top of his head.
Oh, and do take care to let me know if you are ever in the neighborhood of the memory tree. It is getting late in the day, and I would like to take a vacation.
Roger that.
And as he turns around to Flint, who's holding the bag open, Gurki just kind of like goes up to him and then falls in the bag, front flipping as he tumbles in and falls through.
Can I investigate the shackles to see if it's just regular metal or if it's magic holding him? Or Arcana, I guess.
Sure. I'll allow you to do either an investigation or an Arcana for that.
So which one, investigation or Arcana?
Either one, your choice.
Oh, of course Arcana, because I get a D4. That'd be
I could give you another D4. Got it.
14 plus 13, 27.
Plus 4.
27, 31.
31. These shackles are incredibly mundane.
Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't some kind of power holding this creature.
Nope. It's the power of you can't leave and you're chained to a rock inside a volcano.
Sucks to suck.
I mean, yeah, sucks to suck.
Who knows? Maybe it's the power of friendship holding him hostage.
Should I put the shackles on him? Release him from the chain and put the shackles on him?
Man, this guy, any other day, Pell would like rip the chains off, but a fucking kobold blew up on him earlier, and now he hates everything.
I use my mage hand and slowly undo the chains the best I can. Find where they're locked, find out where I can pick it open.
Okay.
All that fun stuff.
The chains and the lock are extremely corroded in this space. Upon looking at them, combined with your Arcana check as well, you're looking over these items. It wouldn't take an incredible whole lot to shatter them or to remove them. The lock picking would be a little bit harder than it would be to physically break them because it's basically the lock seized in place from corroded sulfur salt.
Let's see, where am I sitting at? Let's see, up there. Thieves' tools, there. Yeah, I'll try it. I'd rather break them with lock picking just so it has a chance.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for lock picking for me.
Let me see. Yep, so I have that. It's giving me additional D4 to my thieves' tools.
Okay.
That would be a natural 20, and I rolled a top 4, so that would be 24, 33.
33 total. It takes a minute for you to like pick off the chipped rust and corrosion and additive just salt that is packing this lock. But after using your tools as small digging instruments for a while just to free up the space, you're able to get in there finally and move some pins around, figure out how this lock is functional, and jam it ever just so in the right directions that you can pull it free and it pops open.
Yeah, and just so you know, I didn't touch it. My hand did it.
Okay.
But yeah, same.
You'll make a great politician one day, kid.
Yeah, I don't like to get dirty. I don't get dirty. Okay, cool. I'll bring him free and see. He should hopefully collapse. If he doesn't, I'll be concerned.
Yeah, as the chains around him break and are opened, the man just collapses to the ground and with a tumble, and you hear an exhale of breath and see nothing happen.
I'll tell the group, well, loot up, boys. See what you find. See what you get. I'll watch over this gentleman here, just in case he tries something.
Ugbor presents a fist to Flint. Let's do what we do.
Is there
I'm
like
gonna
a
start looking for loot.
is there like a gold pile?
I
Something
found
like
his
that?
fist.
Yes.
Start
Yeah,
looking
I
for
start
loot. This
looking
is
for
all
loot.
gold right here. I'm looking for loot.
So here's
Yeah.
in this area, being specifically here, this is what you're looking at, with the orb that Gurki was after being taken. What you're left with looking at in this area, there is a solitary potion on the ground of swirling gray energy and liquid that is carefully placed kind of up against the wall. There is a robe that has been put on an actual coat rack that is just standing there kind of properly put away, at least on the side wall. There is a scroll on the rack right beside the coat. And off to the side of that, there is piles of scrap metal that has just been polished and shiny. Even despite this corrosive area, the metal remains shiny, but it looks like just very nice scraps. There's pipes and sheet metal and nuts and rivets and springs and just things that look like it has just been harvested from other things that were not as useful, including a small little harmonica that's tucked up against this scrap of metal. There is a small chest beside that pile that is only about a foot long and 6 inches tall and round. There is a pile beside that of coins that is made up of several different colors. It's hard to see in the light, but there is a silver chalice placed haphazardly on top of that pile that's about 4 feet wide and a couple feet tall. Amongst that shimmering piles and stacks, there is a small marble bull figure, and behind this shimmering pile of coinage, there are 2 portraits, one of a man and one of a woman and a white wolf.
Woman and a white wolf.
I want to jump in the gold pile like Scrooge McDuck.
You break all the bones in your arms.
Just like the
Life
duck.
is like
Perfect.
a hurricane.
What are you guys looking at first?
Ugbor points out to the group, hey, look at this painting. It's just like the Sarian Tauren, but different.
Okay. Let me put the picture in the chat for you. 1 second. There are 2 pictures.
Trying to multitask, but this food's delicious.
There's one.
Lots of runes on it.
And here is the other.
And those are not good, safe runes.
So, first your eyes are drawn to an ancient but extremely well preserved portrait leaning against the wall. This one of a white blonde crowned elf woman and a white dire wolf. Both are bearing markings now familiar to all of you. Above the woman's head is painted the symbol that you might remember from Laseri's bow and Munson from some of your visions. And Munson, your vision of the memory tree, where you first heard the name Phelan, 7 runes are carved around that oiled wooden frame, seeming to match those portrayed on her skin and fur, along with a plaque labeling the painting as Elaine the Good and Phelan the Fierce, the first gifted.
Wow.
And there are specific runes that go with that if you are so inclined, but you can determine those for yourself. The other being a portrait of a man in a kingly stature, covered head to toe in expensive and royal ceremonial looking garb that has obviously seen no wear. Even though this is a portrait, it is displayed in such a way that even the paint seems to shimmer like there was gold flake used in the paint to display the image of this person.
Oh, cool. We found a holofoil.
Those are rare.
If anyone,
Flint.
if nobody grabs the scroll, I will use my mage hand and try to grab it.
Okay. You grab the scroll. Nothing happens. You're able to bring it to yourself.
I ask Flint to toss me the bag of holding. I want to take this painting of the wolf back to Laseri.
I was thinking we'd just take it all.
You can browse really well. Take it all. I mean, okay, you know, Flint, these bags have limits, right?
They do?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Take as much as we can.
Well, the
There
question
is a
is,
limit.
do we care to take the gold, or do we care to take the
Yes.
pictures, portraits, and all that instead? That might have higher value
Yes.
than the gold itself.
All I know is I definitely want to bring that painting.
Oh, Benson,
What I'm saying, Flint, is that the gold itself weighs a lot. It'll take a lot of space. Those portraits could be worth more than all that gold laying in front of you, and it weighs a lot less.
But Ugbor can
Exactly.
pick up some of that gold. If Ugbor were to take 2 handfuls of it for himself, I wonder how much he'd get.
2 handfuls.
Munson, I see your message now and appreciate your patience and my not paying attention.
Oh, you're good. You're good, man. You have a lot to describe right now, so.
It's up to you guys. There's a lot here. What's going on? You tell me. Including the guy that's dying in front of you, but whatever.
He's fine right now. I'm watching over. I will open the scroll and see what it is.
You recognize this scroll. Matter of fact, you know the runes and magic inscriptions very well. This is a scroll of Find Familiar.
Ah, some bitch.
Yeah.
Does can artificers use that spell? I wonder. I think it'd be cool if Flint had another pet. We were so funny.
So here's the thing. Unless anybody is directly adverse, I'm going to rule that in my world, if you have a scroll, your class does not matter. You can use the scroll.
Interesting.
I will hand it. I will use my mage hand to hand to Flint. Like, Flint, you can create another pet. This is Find Familiar. You see my owl that flies around? That's almost died because of the heat in here. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you can create something that may not be an owl. It could be whatever you want. But you can have an additional pet.
Single-use item.
That's
Magnificent. I'll have to think about it.
alright.
And then I'm just gonna go wherever the the parts, the pipes, the metal, the stuff like that.
Cool.
Dig through that stuff, and just basically try to find the best pieces I can for what's essentially going to be the Phoenix cannon, but it's going to be like a flintlock rifle or something.
Sure.
Making your rifle cannon. Nice.
Between the pipes and springs and angled pieces of polished metal and other parts that I find hard to describe, you're able to find pretty much all the parts you would need for a functional, albeit a little jerry-rigged weapon, including a glass canister that could contain some sort of oil, flammable liquid, or other munitions that might be useful to your design.
So
So,
throw everything into the bag.
Okay.
That's what I tell you in your head, Flint.
What's that?
That's what I tell you in your head, Flint.
You get this like bombardment of algebra in your head. Algebra and economics.
That's approximately what you can carry in an empty bag of holding if you went straight to coins.
so Ugbor kind of nudges the dude that's slumped over on the ground. Hey,
So you like kind of softly kick him with your foot, and his body just
Yeah.
wiggles, but he doesn't respond otherwise.
yeah, okay. So I pull out my water skin, and I drip a few drops of water on him. Like his brow line.
You are my brow line. Boom, boom.
Does he take to that?
He doesn't seem adverse to it, but nothing major happens.
Okay. Can I posture him so that his mouth is open?
Sure. As you turn the man over onto his back to try and get his mouth open, Ugbor, you notice that the clothing that he still has on, his pants, even though they're torn, they're very well made, and they have intricate stitchings and things that they aren't indicative of royalty or anything, but they're very well made, and you recognize that people who wear clothing like this, much less exotic clothing than you have seen in most recent history, typically come from Empire territory.
Oh.
Don't tell me that.
So once his mouth opens, I guess instead I'll just pee in it. No, I give him some water from the water
Roll
skin.
Yeah,
dexterity.
probably. See how you shoot. You know
I
what,
believe
let's
the
do-
roll would actually be performance.
Let's use
but,
strength check. See how hard you can push it out.
Okay, you just you pour some water in his mouth, and he drinks. Like the water goes down his throat almost involuntarily at first, and he starts coughing, and then the rest is drank correctly involuntarily. He doesn't stir much more than that. His breathing is still very shallow, and he barely opens his eyes, but you can't tell if he's seeing anything.
This guy's been out for a while. We should probably take him with us.
Who is he? No
Well-
words, right? He's still not words yet, right?
Yeah, no words yet. Well, I mean, I feel like it's been at least since I was a kid since I've seen this kind of clothing. I think he's back over west.
Does he have anything noticeable? Any kind of what's that word? Tattoos, birthmarks, anything that would kind of show that he's a higher royalty of the Empire, or does he seem just like a mundane Empire servant?
Well, I mean, his clothes are kind of rough. He's covered in soot. It's hard to say.
Could he have been from the research lab?
He wasn't a pauper. I can tell you that.
Could he have been from the lab of with, the desert crew we found? Could he have been captured by Kobold and brought up to be fed to the dragon?
Maybe.
I'm watching Vork. I want to know what Vork takes. My appeal to Vork right now is too high.
Okay, well, Vorik, what are you doing?
Just watching.
Like this changed man who the old one would be fucking diving in there, putting everything in his pocket that he could find that has a higher value than a gold piece.
And would find
And
a
he's-
reason, an
and he's
excuse to
just-
stab the dying dude.
And
He
he's
would
just,
find an excuse for
and
it.
he's just standing there. It's like I'm more mesmerized by this than I am of anything else.
Okay.
From the old Vork to this new dead Vork.
Well,
Hey, Vork.
Yes.
Just open that box right there.
Let's open the box then. So, do y'all see stuff on the map?
Yeah.
No.
Stuff. No, there's no coins.
the
or anything
loot
on the
is
ground.
theater of the mind.
Okay, good, because I can't see shizzle. Let's open the box.
Yes, he's just a... Hold on, give me what? Oh, yelling at children, check.
Does that help?
This is stick.
It does, it does.
His peener's out.
Oh no.
Oh,
So, who is investigating the box?
I'll do it.
you're better. at
Okay.
this.
Vorik, you look at the box, and it's a very small box. It doesn't weigh much when you grab it. It's made of dark wood. There's a small lock on it, like a built-in latch, but it's not complicated.
If I can do it, you can do it, buddy. Told you.
Shit.
Yeah, easy enough. You stick your thieves tools in and just give it a twist to try and figure out where everything is, and you accidentally pop the lock, and it just unlatches, and the top just kind of ups a little bit and is primed to open.
Yeah, see, Ogbor, we have different skills in which are impressive.
Indeed.
Want to open it.
You put your hand on it and open the lid, and inside it seems to be folded and messed up piles of silks, just different colored scraps of little pockets of silk that have been folded up and put in this box. Some of them are different colors and different patterns, very intricate, very pretty. But just in this small little box, there's probably at least 200 feet of silk. Just reams them back and forth in different patterns, colors. It's kind of messed up in there a little bit from being jostled.
Anybody know anything like that's worth anything?
What? Which part?
Silks.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Let me take a look.
I'll do something weird too and look around on the chest.
Okay.
See if there's any markings or anything that may point at where it came from.
Okay, roll investigation. $23.
Solid.
On top of this, I'm going to have you roll a history check for me as well.
Not as good.
You find some worn markings on the box. They're very worn and hard to read. And you make out some letters here and there, but mainly it's illegible with one specific symbol on it, but you're not familiar with the symbol.
On top of it, if anybody knows it's worth money, does anybody know what this is? I'm gonna
Chest
point out
itself?
the symbol. I'm gonna point out this symbol specifically and be like, anybody know what this means?
Well, Ogbor, you're here with the...
Yeah, I feel like I probably know what it is. Can I see the symbol?
Yeah, I'll allow one more person to make a history check on that.
I'll give thee guidance though.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh,
Ah, yep.
all right. I will do
Whoever does. Got it.
Okay, so 17 for Flint. Flint, you're not a world traveler or a studier of things that aren't incredibly pertinent to your own personal advances. But you have came across this symbol before, just in passing. It's nothing incredibly intricate. It is a circular symbol with a six-pointed star in it, with an overlaid flower of it's almost like a white hibiscus-looking design, and that symbol is one of the many that perpetrate the mainland of Agosia. It's a land known for a lot of very finery, and it's not a lot is known about the area. It's very to itself, but this whatever's in this box comes from the land of Agosia, and it's seems to be a sampling of fine materials.
Into the bag it goes.
So you're putting it
You
in.
put in the whole chest, or are you just putting the pieces?
Think we could fit the whole chest?
I mean, yeah, it's 64 cubic feet. You'd have room for. It would just take up a lot of space.
Oh my god, just
So-
tell me what to do, bud.
Okay, so
Take the silks.
Okay, great.
oh, wait, so you're over here with Vorik and Pell doing that.
Take the silks. Leave the cannoli. Something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So are you putting it in the Gurkey bag?
Yes.
So
I'm gonna go. I don't know where the ropes are, but I'm gonna go towards the ropes.
So real quick, Pell, before you do that, Flint, when you place the box into Gurkey's bag of holding, the space around you gets overwhelmingly quiet. As the moment you do, the arcana that was woven in to the portable hole that was in that box tears in opposite polarity with the bag of holding, violently tearing a hole in space-time. A portal with frayed edges is violently ripped into existence, and a vacuous sound so immense it almost deafens you sucks you, Vorik, and Pale through it into astral space before the reality mends itself, leaving a ringing in the ears of Munson and Ugbor and
In the
Jeremiah.
carpet box?
And you guys are
I
done.
thought he
No, I
didn't
was
put the
putting
box
silks-
in.
I was putting just the silks in.
Whoa.
There was a portable hole in that box.
Whoa.
Oh.
Awesome.
So all
Ah.
three of you just got sucked through a tear that just ripped through reality and sucked you in with this screaming ferocity. And then and then as the tear almost tried to expand, reality mended itself and shut the portal.
I completely imagine like, cool box. Oh well. Let me look at these ropes. Ah!
Basically, yeah.
Or just mopping. Mop. Mop. Mop.
So Ugbor and Munson, you see your friends behind you were doing something. You heard them investigating the box, and then the sound so loud it's almost impossible tears through the entirety of this inner space, almost deafening you. And with ringing in your ears, you turn and find your friends gone.
Is it
Can
back?
No,
Can I attempt something in
sure,
the midst of this happening?
you can try.
Can I attempt to throw a dagger anywhere in this room before that happens?
No,
I don't think you would have time.
No, you would not have had time. It's
Even while I'm being sucked in the hole, I can't just sling one random.
It's literally
No.
like instant.
It's instant.
Like, there wasn't even
Damn.
time to think. That's a
Damn.
bad thing about that. It wasn't like a slow vacuum pulling you in. It was like instant teleportation, like I do too.
So we're just out here floating in the void somewhere.
Well, I'll get to you guys in a second. I just want to know first what Ugbor and Munson are doing.
We're down to 2.
Yeah.
well,
Good thing I don't have to
Jeremiel's
breathe.
here with you. It's understated, but Jeremiel's here with you as well.
Oh, I think he went in the bag too.
Ugboar.
I push him in the bag.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Ugboar
Across the
grabs
void, I
his ears.
scream, keep packing.
I'll tell I'll tell Jemail. Hey, can you use your see-through eternal thing and see if you can see them? To the bard.
So you're gonna see what's his see-through eternal thing? I'm not familiar. Let me see.
I don't fucking remember. You know,
Okay.
he tried to explain his character. I'm trying to wing it from what I think I know what he said.
Thinking
He has
Sure.
some way of like I don't know if it's via
Speaking
scrying.
or seeing into the
Yeah.
eternal plane and
Right. Let me see here.
something.
So,
Yeah, you'll have to look at his
Circus,
character.
Guide, Whiskers. I don't put faith that it's there. Let me see. Character sheet. Okay, he actually has stuff in there. Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Spirit Tales, Guiding Voices. Okay, so he knows
Oh.
he knows guidance, jack of all trades,
Says in his character.
Spirit Tales,
Let's see.
which is just
Bard.
stuff.
He's straight bard, just nothing else.
Yeah, straight bard, College of Spirits.
Okay.
Spirit sessions. This will provide supernatural insight. You conduct an hour-long ritual. Temporarily learn a spell. So you can learn a spell, counter charm.
None of this sounds like what he said he can do.
It. He has true sight. Is probably what you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah, my view is be true sight. The true sight really ain't gonna help in this moment. I thought he had something from his character itself.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, never mind then. I'll look at Ugmore and be like, what are you gonna do, buddy? That was loud.
Mop. Mop. Ugboar looks at Munson, can't really hear what he's saying, and he looks back at his friends that are now gone in front of the chest. And then, oh boy, he sees the poor fool slumped in front of him, knowing that he's an outsider, and blames him, and pushes him up against the rock and smacks him.
he did this too. The guy that's unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay. You take this individual and push them up against the rock. Are you trying to do damage?
No, I'm waking him up.
Okay. So you like string him up, put his arms against the rock, and his head is just drifting down. You smack him once. You know what? Roll for what is this going to be?
Last straight strength check? Or are you trying to do a performance thing?
No, roll intimidation.
Oh, there we go. Oh, isn't that charisma? I hate that it's charisma based. It's so dumb.
See if you can intimidate this guy awake.
Nice.
20.
How about a 20?
As you hit the guy that you have just fed water to and unchained, and then move back and forth across the ground, he begins to stir and just kind of groan as his eyes barely open. He's still slack-jawed, but he's starting to wake up.
Okay. As he starts to gain consciousness, I just grab him by the scalp, and I point his head over to the chest, and I yell at him, "Where are my friends?"
I feel that's what you look like right now for.
Let's see, what do we got? If it'll play. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is exactly how I imagined it.
So did I.
The man looks blankly at you, and so you're pointing to him and pointing to what?
No, so like okay, so now that he's starting to come to, I grab him by the scalp. It's uncomfortable, right? I have his
Right?
hair,
Sure.
and
Sure.
I just point him over at the chest, and then with
There is no
my other
chest.
hand, I point at the. There is no chest.
There is no chest. It's gone.
I point where the chest was.
Cool.
I point where my friends were, and I
Sure.
go, "Where are my friends?"
Okay.
The man looks at you blankly. I don't know. Where am I? Who are you?
Um, let's get him. Let's get him to give me some answers. I bash him once.
So you're trying to do damage right now?
Yeah, light damage.
Okay. So
Light damage.
roll to hit with advantage because you're holding him.
Okay, hang on. Where is?
Just unarmed. It'll be
Yeah, where-
D20 plus strength modifier if that helps.
Yeah, yeah, might just be better to do that.
14. That's going to hit. So go ahead and roll damage for me. It's a D4.
Or you rolling the attack in DM mode?
Okay, so you're holding him up by his scalp, and you take your hand. How do you hit him exactly?
Just like forearm to collarbone. I'm still holding him.
Okay,
I'm still holding him by the head, so forearm to collarbone.
You're holding him by the head, and you try to just club his collarbone with your forearm. And as you do, you hear a crack, and then he goes limp.
Crap. I broke him.
I don't know if I have enough health to do this.
Meanwhile, we're going to flip over to our other party, our other half of the party.
Party number 2.
Party for Flint. And you guys...
Flint's in space.
I don't... God dang. Okay, there we go. You guys find yourselves, when you come to, after being shunted into a different part of reality, you guys find yourselves floating in a void. Blackness around you, with the only lights being from distant points in the air that is impossible to discern how close or far they are. But as you're floating in this space, in close proximity to each other, but like just haphazardly floating in different directions and movements, everything that was in Gurky's bag is floating around you. The bag rendered into different just shreds of material, along with everything that was in that box of silks. There are shreds of black cloth floating around as well, the silks mainly unharmed, but the box has been broken open. Everything that you own in that bag is floating around, and you guys have very little bearing on where you are, what direction is up or down, or what are you doing?
What the hell happened?
I don't know. I didn't do it. We just showed up here.
Now, in the distance, the only thing you guys can see that matters, that is not just a random point of light, there are 2 ships, similar to vessels of water that are extremely large, but they are oriented facing a certain direction that at least Pell deems to be up. And they are a couple hundred, if not 1,000 feet away from you. But they are floating alongside each other, vaguely floating in the same direction, if not a little closer to or apart from each other. And the vessels are very strange. They are elongated, no sails, apart from the 2 circular ports on the back that appear to be some sort of engines. Made mostly of wood with patchwork metal and sheeting that is obviously not purely decorative. It is linear and traced in patterns along the side of the ships, both. And you see very faint movements on the ships before they start exchanging fire of some sort. Bolts of gold and yellow energy starts to shoot back and forth like spells being tossed back and forth. And this starts to happen before you, and some of the spells go in your general direction, like whizzing past you by 50 feet here and there.
Planar shifting pirates. I'm excited.
So yeah, I don't think we should go towards them. We gotta get the hell out of here. This is a weird place.
Does
I might
my
have-
does my fly still say active on? Wait, who's in there? Never mind. All the ones that have fly are outside. Cancel.
Yep, outside of your plane of existence.
So I might have one out, guys, but it might not work. If you want to come here and can we like float around?
As you try to move, you discover that you can vaguely float in the direction that you're thinking of, but roughly a little bit about half speed as you would travel if you're walking. You're judging this by your distance from your friends and distance from objects that are floating near you.
I'm gonna try to get closer towards both of them and like try to grab their hands and be like, alright guys, I need you to hold hands for a second. And Vorik, you've already done this, so you're kinda good at this, but like let's all just take a second and pray to Saloon and ask her to help us. And I have a weird question, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
If I get both of them to pray to Saloon with me, can I increase the die thing on divine intervention?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it up on.
Good thought. Okay. I had to clarify a couple things in my mind on this.
Dustin, check your messages.
Yeah, if your roll number equal to or lower.
Important consideration there.
Your DD intervenes, so you gotta roll low then.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's not technically impossible, but it's way less.
this is actually something I've thought about recently when talking to other DMs about stuff. But yeah, I've considered things. Okay, so if you managed to get at least one other person to pray with you in this, it would have to be somebody who would be basically somewhat of a follower or in that neighborhood. Like it wouldn't be a rando person with a cleric would make a difference. But if someone like I'll just say Vorik would be the only one that would matter. Dappling in those waters a little bit. If Vorik were to pray with you, then I could see a slight modification being done.
Guys, I really need you to just pray really hard. You gotta believe in it.
I
Vorik,
do believe in it. She already sent me a sign.
see, Flint. you
Low
gotta
on the
believe-
dice, boys.
So that did that would our so it's, how would that work?
May Saloon save you all.
Just I need you to believe really hard for me, Flint. Really, really hard.
So your current level is 12, right?
Yeah.
So you would need, vanilla. You would need to roll a 12 or lower on the percentage dice to have your deity intervene on your behalf in what you're praying about. What in this moment, what are Vorik and Flint doing, floating in this space?
Let's say I think what Matt asked a minute ago is if he could roll. What were you saying? Roll more than one dice if we do it,
No.
Matt?
No, I was just saying that like it would increase like the thing I would have to roll for. Like instead of 12, it could be like a little bit higher because that is insanely low.
Well, he could potentially increase it from a 12 to 24, or 12 to a 20, or just give him better odds if you're praying properly.
Flint, what are you doing? As you float in space, in a different reality than what you're used to.
Have we all just joined hands here, or?
He said it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
give
trying
us
to
the
like
time that
link
she
us
was
all together.
Just for the sake of establishing the content, what is floating around you? I know we said that the mirror shard is in Pel's bag. So everything in Pel's bag is safe. What was in Gurky's bag that is now floating around you? Do we know?
A lot.
I want to say there's like guts floating around.
Is that where you set the bodies?
There are.
Oh my
Like, there was
god!
guts in there.
Yeah, if I would remember, Gurky probably would have said something. Yeah. So see that, Manson? Yeah. So at least bodies, dismembered body parts, and viscera are floating around you, as well as any other valuable items you had in the bag. So it's Pel, Pel, Vorik, Flint, and then a couple bodies of changelings or whatever remains of them.
Yeah, you know what's cool about coins? You can wipe viscera off them. Can't do that with paintings.
Hindsight is 2020.
What's that?
Said hindsight is 2020.
So anyway, that in mind, what in at large is going on? Pel has requested for help. What are you guys doing?
I don't know, unless she's on the second floor. I don't know.
You get a
I'm
big
just sort of trying to follow Pel's lead.
Yes.
It seems like we just got.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Pulled in
So-
over my head.
So as you guys link hands and float in space, as shots wing past you from these ships that are cruising through the astral sea, what are you requesting, Pel, from your god?
Oh, Sloon, I don't think we're in Falonkort anymore. Please get us back to the dragon we just faced instead of getting hit by weird spaceships. I love you so much. Vorik and Flint are here. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Tell you love her. Please get us out of here.
Love you.
Said,
Love you more if you got us out of here.
oh, awesome.
So Pel, go ahead and
Love you.
roll your divine intervention.
Ooh, this is
And
it.
I will say, with the assistance, if you roll a 15 or less on the dice, then your god will intervene on your behalf.
What if I tell her I'll forsake Nalar?
The double zeros.
Then you get a 14. Double zero is
So,
a good thing.
did I think I got 5.
You guys
You roll
did
double
you got
zero and a
double
5.
0 and a 5?
Hold on. Let me.
If it's a double zero, then yes, that would be 5.
Here, I'm just gonna send it just so you guys can see.
Yeah, double zeros are either good and one word that if you roll 001, that's 100. But if it's a 5 or 6,
That's a 5, my dude.
that's a 5.
That's a 5. So,
So before we move on, I would like to take a moment. A lot of the players that are, well, maybe not a lot. Flint specifically, I'm singling you out, buddy.
Hey.
Have you been here before in D&D? Do you know where we are?
Nope.
Guys, let's fill him in.
We're in the astral sea.
We're doing it in the astral sea.
I have to go get a vape real quick. I've died off.
So in D&D, there are all these different realms, and how are they connected? It's the astral sea.
Mhm.
And if you
Connected at the
are
astral sea.
if you are a powerful enough wizard, if you can garner access to one of the ships that you see shooting at you, you can sail from realm to realm. Interplanetary travel in D&D.
Okay,
Pretty
so,
dope, dude.
so here's the thing. All right.
Space.
Out of character, this is basically space, right? But in D&D, it's not infinite vacuous space. It is a space that, like, there's a
Yeah, it's
certain
like the void.
there's a certain portion of space that encircles the globe of the planet you're on, and then tendrils of that, like bubbles of water, like connecting to other spheres in different places, forming this network of web of space, right? There's nothing between or outside of this area. There's just conduits of like tunneling space that is called the astral sea that connects different
We're
spheres.
in the internet.
Basically. Large scale
Actually,
internet.
yeah, that's an excellent way to look at that.
And just so you guys know the canon, this is what I thought about the other day as I developed Rhinemore and other things. As far as this world is concerned, Ikathis is part of the astral sea that is relatively closely existing between Eberron and Faerun, where some gods may transient to and fro or have dominion over both domains or have existence in both generalistic areas.
You know, to be fair, if I was in there, I could have got you out, but you'll have to use a god this time.
Yeah. I couldn't even cast the ending to be like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah.
So, as you finish your prayer to Saloon, and she manifests herself not in physical form but in energy that materializes in the space around you. The points of light that are stars just waft energy like borrowed clouds of dust from these stars. And as it spirals around you, you see in the distance one of the ships just explode in a giant sparkle and spray of orange and gold energy and dust, and the other ship moves ever so slightly out of the way and away from that ship. And as that happens, you avoid all the pirate angels in the area, and the energy just like encircles you like a nebula, spiraling faster and faster until it engulfs you, and your essences reappear in the desert around the body of Adamek. Now, when that happens, I'm going to ask the other people in our group here, as I flip back to our current status, what would you guys have been doing in the... Where are we at here? Where's the thing? There we go. What would Munson, Ugbor, and Jeremiel have been doing in the 3 days that they have been gone?
Oh my god.
Well, I would have used life transfer to the very beginning to see
Right.
if I could bring the guy back. Before that happens. So that would have been 34 health to that creature, and I would have taken 17.
Okay. He would have breathed back into life, just forced life back into his body, and he's coughing and sputtering and trying to get a grip on where he is. Like, are you still holding him up?
No, I let him go.
Okay, so
Instead of necrotic energy, I want to do lightning energy.
okay, that's
So it's like it's a body shot.
sure, sure.
Clear.
Clear! That fucking hurt, son of a bitch! You better fucking praise it. Boy, you look at me like I'm a fucking meth head. Another hit, another hit. Stop hitting him, Ugbor. I would say 3 days, Ugbor. What would we be doing in 3 days?
Okay, so yeah,
Process this.
depending upon
Good.
just depending upon how this conversation goes, there's a couple of things that Ugbor's looking at doing. But it depends on how, I guess, what we do with this man. Do we leave him? Do we kill him? What do we do?
Well, I brought him back to life, so I don't think killing was the plan.
Eat him.
Okay, so maybe we take him with us.
Ooh, question: are the griffins still here?
You know what? That's a very good point. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be. They would be with Flint and Pell.
Okay, I forgot to ask because that's a very key point right now.
Yes, it
I need a
is.
griffin right now, but I
was
can't
gonna
because
say-
you took
So-
it with them.
So you guys have a
To be
recently.
honest,
Go ahead.
like we were off, like trying to get treasure and stuff. So I don't think we would have been on them still.
Because she didn't say anything. She didn't disclose anything.
Well, you never said you
no.
dismounted
You
them.
never
And
said
you're
you
kind of
dismounted.
flying around the room.
She
Yeah,
just said,
that's true.
hey, we'll have a...
That makes sense to me.
So
we're gonna-
you
Can you hear me?
Ugbor and Munson have a
What are we
recently.
drinking?
Me?
Yeah.
Sparkling blush apple juice raspberry stuff.
Okay, I was about to say, man, like I ain't never seen you drink.
I'm drinking peach whiskey still.
You guys are standing in with this new guy that has just been kind of revived a little bit, and you are standing in front of a massive treasure of different sorts, and half of your party just disappeared.
And they both had a fucking bag of holding on them too.
Yep, they both had bags of holding.
Son of a bitch. Could I do? See, watching the screeching, the disappearing, everything kind of warped out. Would I understand? I mean, I can cast the spell to do it, like to travel like they're doing, and opening all the doors back in that hut, seeing like the, not the hut, but the underground place from the, whatever the hell that guy's name was. I can't think of it right now.
Emanek?
No, the Foster.
You
That
want to
would
go
be-
back there?
No. I'm not saying we're going there. Remembering, using my brain here. Brain. Remembering how the doors worked, how there's portals, how you can get sucked in, sucked out, and all that. Would my character would have grasped the idea that they were just ported out to
Sucked
another
on.
area?
So you're trying to grasp if you knew what happened vaguely.
Yes, not necessarily to pinpoint purpose, but with the loud noises, this is a vacuum suction, instant disappearance. Put 2 to 2 together.
With
Because I do have planar shift spell. I do know what it does, how it works.
roll an Arcana check at disadvantage.
I still get D4, so take that. Disband or not? D4 is a 4.
Okay.
Let's see. That would be a natural 20 and a 14. So 14 4 is 18 plus 13 is 31.
Okay.
With
Plus
disadvantage.
13.
Yeah, plus 13 from Arcana.
You have a plus 13?
He has I'm assuming +5 with proficiency and expertise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't,
sir.
wouldn't that be 15? Or no. Your
No.
proficiency is not 5. Duh.
Correct.
So, knowing what you know of your plane shift spell, having seen Samael try to do it in front of you, having knowledge of the spell yourself, having seen the portals that appeared to lead to astral space in Foster's dungeon and other things, and your general knowledge of Arcana and how the weave interlocks physical items with the immaterial, you gather that some scientific magical conflict had to have occurred, resulting in a breaking of something. You can't put exactly the pieces together, but you know that something magically went awry and causing your team to either be teleported or waft into non-existence. Basically, you know that they're either gone somewhere or they've been obliterated.
So I have 50-50 chance. Okay, just kind of seeing that, bringing that dude back to life. I'll kind of look at Ugborn and be like, the best bet we could do is stay here and wait, in my opinion. I know it's not what you want to hear. I know you're angry, but I believe with what I've seen, understand, there's either they evaporated into nothingness, which would be bad, or you think positive here with me, or they got ported into maybe an astral plane or a plane of some existence, which I'm guessing with Pell they're finding a way back the best they can.
Well,
If
how long do we wait?
how long do we have till the big supposed war?
17 days.
17 days.
And you are you're like 2/3 the way through the current day as well.
Yeah. I would honestly say if we can get this guy to talk and maybe give us information, I would give it a max. D6, 4 days would be the max. I rolled a D6 to determine out of 6 days how many days would be the max.
4
I would-
days, huh?
Up to 4 days. We have food, we have rations, we don't have Pell's magical deliciousness, but I can make our food taste delicious. And we can check all the treasures and see if there's anything worth high value besides the gold pieces itself that may help us in the coming battles, and hopefully our team will return. And if
Given
not,
that given that they tried to take something and may have died for it, I don't think I'm taking any of this.
okay,
I
but
think
you have
it's
to,
all staying
you
put.
realize who you're with, right? You understand the difference of what I can provide.
No.
How often do I really mess up in this area of expertise?
Hey, man, if you want to risk it, it's your
Oh,
life.
You know I'm going to. If
I have
vanish,
other fight.
then you get to stay with your friend the Emperor. So you know. So
I have,
will.
I have
will.
other fights to fight, my friend.
Okay. I will spend the rest of the day, day one, I guess, investigating and searching through the treasures. I don't want the gold itself. I want to check chests. I want to check anything that might have magical items in it necessarily, not the gold itself, because well, to me the gold really doesn't have any value unless I need spells.
Okay.
So I
So
will spend the rest of the night doing that.
so all of the oh geez, dude. All of the all of the tinkering scrap and metal that Flint shoved into his bag is now floating in Astral Sea and
Yeah, it is.
was not retrieved before you portaled back from through Saloon. Nothing in that bag has been retrieved.
Can I organize sectors by sectors throughout a day or two of organizing gold goes here, materials are here, chests are here.
Yeah, I'll
I
say
want to fucking categorize a whole fucking place.
I'll say through effort of organization and making yourself comfortable in finding patience to try and wait for your friends, hoping that they come back. You're trying to stay positive and productive and keep your mind occupied. Spending all the time that you can meditating, studying, researching, organizing, and identifying every item in this room, as well as considering everything that you've been through so far and what to do from here on. So I will tell you that in this time, over the next couple of days.
There is something I would like to do over that time, if it's possible, if it fits in.
Sure. Let me tell him what he learns from these items, and then we'll ask you what you do.
Okay.
So, from a process of identifying and taking all the time you need for these items, the details of what is in front of you. Sans the orb and the metal. There is a potion of dragon majesty. There is a robe of eyes. You already know about the scroll Find Familiar, because you're familiar with it. In the coin pile, there are 2,000 copper, 315 silver, and 52 gold, as well as an ingot of gold that weighs 550 pounds. But if you were to salvage this massively heavy ingot, it's worth about 200,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
There's a harmonica the harmonica was part of the metal scrap. It's gone. The small chest of silks is gone. The silver chalice is still there. There is still the small marble bull figure, and there are the portraits of Elaine and Phelan, and this kingly-looking figure. The studying of these portraits doesn't reveal anything. They're non-magical, so even identifying them wouldn't do much.
No.
But you can basically assume, based on the inscriptions, what it looks like, and the vision that you had in the rune cave, that the portrait of Elaine and Phelan are the people that you saw in your vision, the first of the elves to be bonded with runes through Sylvanas, and became the de facto chosen of the god and leader of the elves. The man you're not sure about.
You said a robe of ice.
Yeah, the robe of eyes, EYES.
Yeah.
And
I will definitely attune to that while I'm doing everything.
sure thing.
Yeah, because that's totally me a thing.
Sure.
I'll take it my last tune slot for that.
Yes, you do have it on the spot.
Yes.
For whatever it's worth, the runes that are on Elaine and Phelan are Algiz, Anzus, Dagaz, Iwaz, Gibo, Othelia, and Tewaz, if that matters at all to you. We can go back to
Dustin,
the
I
setting.
have a question.
Yes.
Am I having a stroke? What did you just say, man?
I said words. The runes, the name of the runes that are on
This isn't
the
about
elf.
you right now, okay? This isn't about you.
The names of the runes on the elf are Algiz, Anzus, Dagaz, Iwaz, Gibo, Othila, and Tewaz. But I'll
take a look at it in a minute.
I can put those in later. Not a problem. I'll copy and paste those in the chat.
Yeah, we can do it later.
So that's all of that. Since you're doing all that, Ugbor, what are you doing at this time while Munson begins categorizing and tallying and researching?
Okay. I guess while he begins to do that, I wander out of the lair and begin rummaging around the kobold's belongings. I'm looking for any kind of alcohol. Bourbon, whiskey, whatever.
What kobold are you talking about?
The one that blew up.
The group of them that were outside.
Okay, I didn't realize you took stuff. Okay. Amongst...
Oh, no, I'm looking for stuff.
Oh, so you're
I
going
walked outside.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
Brain work now. Yeah, going outside, the only thing you're able to find is scraps of metal like pots and old shields that were scavenged and used for their own armors and things. That they have several tarps and ropes that are holding up some of their huts and their things that they live in that is not ground. There's some barrels that are cracked open and halved and used to store water or other such things. You don't find any alcohol in this environment.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll be right back.
What time
Alright.
time of day is it?
It is evening right now.
Evening?
Yes.
Sunset or no?
Getting towards sunset.
Cool. Alright. Ugbor walks back up towards the lair after his search and kind of
Well,
looks around.
Hey, hold up. Let's back up for a second. How do you do that? There is no path up to this layer. How did you get down to the kobolds?
Oh yeah, that's right, because we flew up the mountain, didn't we?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
Different place. For some
would-
reason in my head, I had it in my head that the dens, right,
Right.
were somehow connected to this cavern. But
Okay,
yeah,
we're-
so
We're gonna retro back over. I'm gonna pretend take a short rest. We're gonna give you fly again, and then you can do all that.
Cool deal. Okay, back it up. There you go.
yeah, let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen, damn it.
For
You
That's
have
easier
you
than
have
me
9
figuring out
minutes and
something else.
55 seconds, Ugbor. Go.
Yeah.
for, for a second, Ugbor thinks that he's stuck in this cave atop the mountain for days.
Help!
No water. All you have is lava.
I'm gonna
But yeah, so cool. I got the fly and I did all that stuff, and I come back up towards the entrance to the lair, and I just kind of look out over the plains and the sunset, and I go inside. And I approach Munson. You need any help?
You look at me, and I am extremely busy. You've never seen someone spend so much time organizing and making it look like I'm making a fucking a pretty apartment. I literally have
Jesus
the
Christ,
gold,
man.
the copper, everything stacked perfectly up on the left side. On the right side, I got the chests organized by size. The next patch is all my magical items that are accessible and usable. Next one is my mundane items that have no use, including the chains that were wrapped around the rocks. I mean, you're literally watching me just focus beyond focused.
Wow, so you're kind of a freak, aren't you?
Well,
Says Ugbor.
I got nothing else to do. We haven't explored the rest of the cave yet, but I figure with just two of us and Limp Dick over here, I don't know if we can make it.
Eventually, the man.
Oh, hey, look at this
Well,
giant
too.
ingot over here. You mean to move this?
I could move it to the gold pile. So yeah, if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Put it in front. I want it to be like the appeal. No. Put it in the background. I want to really shine with all the silver and copper in front of it.
Okay. I don't think I'll be able to like carry it, but I should be able to drag it pretty easy.
Okay, so let's see
You could
here.
probably roll it. I could help you if you'd like.
How much can you lift, Ugborn?
Forget how to tabulate that. I think it
Based off
is.
what's your strength number?
My strength number is 25.
Multiply by 15. 25 times 15.
Yeah, because you don't have the.
So I can carry like 375 pounds. Something like that.
Yeah, and this ingot weighs 550.
So if you think you can hoist the other remainder, I can take the lion's share.
I have, let's see, with my athletics check and everything. I don't have the strength, but I do have athletics. I could help roll it. I could do 150 pounds per se. I don't really ever carry anything on me, so.
If both of you tried with a combined athletics check of 30, then I'll let you be able to slowly
Athletics
move
check?
it. Yes.
Okay, athletics.
But what was your thing, Ugbor? 25? 'Cause
Yeah.
you can drag 30 times your strength.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I figured dragging was more. I didn't remember the
dragging is-
exact
Oh.
ruling.
So a
Cool.
actual lift off the ground is 15 times. To drag, pull, push is 30 times.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to pull and drag this thing aboard slowly over time, but you can do it without hurting yourself.
Okay, yeah, I'll just take the
So
slow way out.
750 pounds.
Yeah, I'll take the slow way out and work my muscles.
Cool.
Okay, I didn't want to use my mage hand anyway, so we're good.
I work it over into one of his many piles, and after I get it in the new location. So I'll be honest, it's been like 5 hours, and I'm already about to kill myself. Should we explore?
Lord.
I mean, once it's finished and organized, if the guy can walk, we can use him, and we also have the bard who can watch him while me and you go search.
Yeah. Yeah, we could search a little bit. Yeah.
And I would
it's less
tell
of
Jeremy
a-
now to protect the stuff and make sure this dude doesn't do anything, and while me and you kind of look around.
It's less of a boredom thing and more of a nervousness.
Yeah, I understand. Let's see. I still have slots left. I'll use my last 3rd level slot to give us fly one more time. Technically, we short rested. I just took back a spell. I didn't really look at which ones. Not that much time if I short rest. Gotta set up my thing the way I like it.
Okay, I don't think there's anything you guys cannot see now in this cave, having time to plentifully explore it.
Okay, we realize that there's nothing else here. This is it.
Yep, this is it.
Okay, nope. I would say you spend the time to explore around then, because you've had plenty of hours to wander, and you had to fly the whole time.
Okay,
So-
fair enough.
In this time that you
literally
guys,
found the 4 corners and realized that this is it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
in the time that you guys have taken to explore the cave and sort your materials and contemplate what you're doing, Jeremiel talks to the man, slowly letting him come to and figuring out what's going on a little bit. And later he's able to communicate to you that the man was a historian of sorts from the Empire who was looking for anything kind of treasure hunting in the the Western Sands for anything of the old empire that might be worthwhile. He seems to be a commoner, but somebody who's just highly interested in historical objects, and seems to have gotten captured by kobolds and doesn't remember anything between wandering in the sands and ending up in the cave. While being in the cave, he interacted with Adamek slightly, but Adamek spoke Draconic to the man, and the man didn't understand the tongue.
What a bitch. I meant Adamak, not the. You're an adult dragon, you're gonna be a dick and only go Draconic? How rude. God, your intelligence must be as low as Ugbor's. No, just kidding. Shit, so he's just a commoner? See, good thing we didn't kill him, Ugbor. He still has
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's
You insulted me.
No. I just made sure that you had low enough intelligence to understand. It's fine.
So now that we've explored and shit, I guess we should get some rest. Move on to day 2.
We can go. It sounds like this guy is just a commoner. Nothing magical or crazy about him. I'm gonna want him to sleep over there, though, away from the treasure. So man gets to sleep over there, and Jeremiah gets to sleep there next to him to watch him. I'll sleep on the. I'll sleep in the gold with my dog.
Okay,
No, I lied. I'll sleep with the magical things with my dog.
Okay, he puts up no real fight and just goes on his own. Jeremy keeps him company. There's nothing here that would harm you. Nothing happens during your night. So both of you can consider yourselves long rested when the morning comes.
Fancy.
And
I've had a long rest in minutes.
in the morning, your friends have not returned. There's no sign of them. There's no remnants of any kind of magical aura in the area where they disappeared at. The silence is deafening.
Munson, I gotta get out of here, man.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, according to my calculations, our best bet is to wait to see if they return to us. Just taking off from the sandbox and going somewhere else does not really sound very logical. I know you're frustrated. I know you're concerned. You have more connection to more of them than me and Flint are pretty connected. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna put it on the science and the math, and I think they will come back.
As you speak this, Munson, the man across the room speaks up. Wherever you go, I wouldn't go to Sunder. I heard that there's a plague going on over there. Can you spare any water?
Shut your mouth about Sunder.
What's wrong?
Sunder is gone. You understand me?
Yeah, it's under plague.
Yeah, you're gonna join the plague if you keep it up.
Do you have any water to spare?
Yeah. I
You know
have
what?
some.
I'm gonna be nice. Here, you want to be free, right?
Am I not currently? I thought we were stuck.
No, we're not stuck. You're stuck. There's a difference.
You're okay. Why are you keeping me?
Here you go. I cast fly on him and myself. You have 10 minutes to get as far as you can before it will fade. Here's a flask of water. Here's 2 days rations.
Okay. Well.
Oh shit.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. What? I never caught your name.
You don't need it.
What was yours?
My name is Zachary.
I'm back.
I will probably regather myself and head towards the northern of the wilds and stay away from the sands this time. But thank you very much for saving me.
On your way out, do you want any of this gold? There's like 52 pieces of it over here.
I would definitely find use in it.
We have no use for the gold. We're keeping the nugget, but you could have all the other remnants of the gold pieces and copper and silver if you want.
That's very kind of you. Yes, thank you. I don't. And he looks around, like patting his pants. Do you have anything to put it in?
look like a genius?
Let's see here.
Do I have an extra bag? I don't think I do.
I have some rope. Let's see. Is there anything around at all? Leather, skin, like
I have 5 feet of chain link. Does that help?
You only have what you have on you. Both bags of holding are
enough.
gone.
And there's
Okay.
nothing on the ground that we saw. The ones I organized it, there was no other bags.
Nope, nope, nope.
I would say stuff your pockets the best you can and take what you can carry, my friend, because we don't really have anything.
Okay.
Here we go. Agbor cuts off um, about a fist-size square of cloth from the tunic beneath his breastplate,
Mhm.
and cinches it off with just a little bit of rope. Cuts it with a sword, and it's essentially a money bag. He's not going to be able to take any objects, but if he wants some coins, he could fit that in there.
Sure. So you give him the makeshift coin purse, and he's extremely grateful. And he leans down and puts all the gold and like 70-ish silver before it's kind of like packed. And he folds it up and is barely able to tie it shut and holds it tight to him. Thank you very much. It was very kind of you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. You don't have any magical abilities, do you?
Oh no, I'm not inclined so much.
You're down to
shame.
9 minutes.
Yes, I really better get going. It's quite a ways down. I've seen.
See you later.
I'm guessing you described the edge of the mountain. Yes. Thank you. If you need any help from Zachary Jeb, it's been a pleasure. And he flies off.
Does he like figure out how to fly, or does he just do it perfectly?
He
That's what I wanna know.
he leans over.
Pirouettes out.
He leans over and like tries to move, and it doesn't happen until he stops trying physically and tries mentally, and then
There
he
you
gets
go.
the handle of it and proceeds forward.
Good. You had 60 seconds of practice. Go quick.
Yep.
You're not gonna get 9 minutes.
Does he get out of the lair okay?
You can check.
I'm not checking.
Yeah, I won't check right now.
We'll check at nighttime. If he's still somewhere near the lair, we'll find him dead. If not, looks like he made it.
Munson, in the meantime, perhaps I could get you to take me to the stacks?
Yeah, I mean, I could port us there.
DM, can we go to the stacks?
Sure.
But, to get back, do I really want to make this my favorite place and lose the other location? Oh. You know what? For you, Ugbor, I'll do it. I'll spend the time in the place I set down at the library. I will instead paste it to here and see if I can get it to hold.
Okay.
So I could teleport straight back to this back corner. So I'd put a runic emblem design back here.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Waste of a thought, but I'll do it for Ugbor if it's feasible by the DM.
You must designate
I
a
just hope it's worth it.
you must designate a sanctuary by casting this spell within a location, such as a temple dedicated to or strongly linked to your deity.
Correct.
If
That's
you
why the library would have worked.
Yeah.
Maybe not here.
yeah, the library works where you're a scribe's wizard.
Correct. So I figured trying it wouldn't work, but I
Mhm.
was like, I'll give it a go. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I could memorize the location and I could teleport us back with a percentile chance of missing. But being here and seeing everything, I have a higher chance of being successful of getting us back. But it's up to you if you want to take the chance. I mean, you know me, I'm all about math and numbers, so I can do either or. So let me know.
All right, I'll think on it.
Okay.
I know that our resources are limited.
Not really. I mean, you still have me, and I can get us anywhere right now.
True. I just worry about the return trip.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, 4 days, and if anything, I land a little distance off. We did kind of, have a map of how to get here, and I do have the ability to fly us around. So.
And I am also here, says Jeremy off in
Yeah,
the corner.
Jeremiah.
Shut up.
Uh,
If you would have used your ability to see through the plane or whatever, figure shit out, be helpful. But since I've organized and reorganized, and you've just sat over there talking to yourself.
I have tried divining. They are simply beyond the spirits. They're
Yeah,
probably
okay, so
dead.
I saw you hit on the other human over there. Don't play me like that.
you did get the human to speak to us about what he was and how he got here.
I did my best at reviving. I even gave him some health. I'll thank you very much to recognize.
Well, would you like to go with us then, there, Mr. Bard?
I will go where the group goes, and if this is our dwindling of group, then this is where I'm going.
Well, you think they're dead. I think they might come back. Ugbord's nervous. Those are some good odds. We're out 33%. Not bad.
Yeah.
We should gamble.
I'll take the 34% because I think I have better odds.
Well, then let's roll them odds.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I will roll a D20. I'm gonna roll in the game. Roll a D20. If I do have better odds. So if I roll, let's see, 33, that'd only be 7, 6. So I'll give myself 7. So if I roll I'll say a 14 or higher. No, a 13 or higher. Then we teleport.
Okay.
That was just me screwing around.
Okay.
We teleport. Told you the odds are on my side.
You said if you roll 14 or higher, you're going to teleport.
13 or higher. 7
Oh,
points.
okay.
Yeah, remember I gave myself the 1 point extra on the odds.
Great. Okay.
What'd you do? Oh, okay. Nice.
So do we make it to the stacks, DM?
Yes, if you're teleporting to the stacks,
To the stacks, that's where we would teleport.
Munson will gather you guys together and do his word of recall to his place of spiritual sanctuary. And you guys lift and fly through existence, only to magically reappear an instant later within arm's reach of shelves and shelves full of books.
Ah, home. It's better than money.
Thank you, Munson.
Mhm.
If you'll excuse me, I have a librarian to talk to. Nakbor shuffles off towards the front of the stacks.
Okay. You find your way towards the front of the library and have no real difficulty in it. You see that the person there is no one you recognize, but they are wearing similar dress to the people that have manned the front before. And he wordlessly, without looking at you, he's flipping through a book. Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking for some scrolls or books or tomes about orcs.
He slowly looks over at you. I think you would know everything there is to know about that, would you not?
Yeah, you'd expect, huh?
Oh, music's finally playing.
I've kind of been away from home for a while, and I don't remember a lot.
Well, if you're looking for information on orcs, races and the bi races are in the back side of the front aisle there.
Okay. And Ugbor goes over and starts looking through the text. And what he's looking for, Dustin, is anything that references the three eyes of Grumsh.
Okay. As you walk to that area, you can't help but walk past and look up at the wings, I believe it was, if I remember correctly, of Durgma that are perched above the doorway. You look at them as you turn left past them and head down the stacks to your left. Filtering through the books in this area, you find books on many races, not so much divinities, but of the races, where they currently are, how they came to be, and the little known facts about them as far as it goes into genetics and habits and culture. What you find about orcs is kind of swayed a little bit. It's spoken of a little derogatorily, but nothing that's far beyond giving you actual fact in the text. You find that there's references to people of orcish culture who are only of highest nature when they are linked to the deity Grumsh or one of the other smaller deities that are largely lost in this region. There are references to the title and briefities on them taking their own eyes out, so they only have one in reverence to their god. But there's no notice of who currently resides in those roles, how many roles exist in the world, or anything of that nature.
Interesting.
Munson, what are you doing? Is he gone? Yeah, guess so.
Can
A
you hear me
second,
better
a
than you?
second, no, a second ago
Oh.
you were coming in real quiet. You're coming in more now.
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
I would be looking up planar shifting, astral sea, anything that would have to do with disappearing teleportation of, um, you know, basically instant vanishing. I'm just want to study up and get my brain kind of figured in that kind of area of understanding it better, necessarily, not just roughly knowing because I've seen it, but I want to actually read the text and understand what it really does and how it works.
Okay. You do still have the book of planar travel given to you from Flint, taken from Jacob Foster's house, is that right?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cross-referencing that with your atlas against some of the books you find in the library, you find a lot of connections that greatly help you understand certain aspects. And it seems to be that the astral sea is the greater connective tissue between realms, the space that exists when nothing else exists. So there are many realms that you're aware of. You even are able to recognize some of the metals and tuning forks used in the planar travel spell to go to certain places. The astral sea, however, seems to be the generalized dumping ground and holding space for any extra dimensional spaces, such as bags of holding, portable holes, or pocket dimensions that are used by wizards, especially of higher regard, to house themselves in a secure location. So it stands to reason to you that if something were to go awry with the items that you suspect have gone awry, or if something greater has happened, they probably didn't travel to a different plane, but to a space between planes, if, again, they are still alive.
Yeah, like I said, I'm at my guy's more at the percentile that they're alive, just by playing his odds card, basically.
Yep. So, placing that bet, you reckon you know roughly where they exist at. However, traveling to the space between worlds is more than a long shot. It is nigh impossible to even orient yourself. You couldn't, if you knew where you wanted to go, you probably couldn't get there because there's no point of reference. There's no up, down, left, or right. There is nothing existing in that space that is stable or constant. If you knew where they were, you probably couldn't get there without a lifetime's worth of travel in darkness.
Yeah, okay. But that makes me believe that there's a higher percentile chance that they may have just ported away and may or may not come back.
Fair enough.
So reading over all the ruins. Oh. Now, are these all the ones on that's the one with the dog and the girl, right?
Yes.
and the dog.
Did you take the portraits with you, or are you just thinking?
No,
of
no.
reference?
I looked at them. I knew the names of each one. I'm just myself mentally. I'm just going over the runes itself in my head.
Yeah. Let me do. I put the runes in chat just for the sake of it. I will put.
Yeah. I printed them over there. I've already read them all. I'm just that was all on that portrait though, with the white dog and the lady,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Let me put this over here.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
That is Elaine and Phelan.
That's what I thought. Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Agbor. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Ugbor goes back up to the front and asks the librarian where information on the Empire can be found.
The librarian thinks for a second and studies you. Why do you want to know specifically? What are you searching for?
I'm searching for reference to some names, and there's one name in particular that I think is probably of a fair bit of importance to the Empire. Badrak, the horror hack, Slayer of Dirkma.
Ah, yes. He is I believe, current reigning chieftain of some sort, the leader of the orcs in Treston. I know I've studied a great number of books, and one of the commonest places is current events and histories. You can find those back down that aisle there, but basically what I'm aware of, this individual is the one who delivered at least the killing blow on Dirgma, and as such has taken it upon himself to be the de facto leader of the orcs and half-orcs, and makes a pilgrimage roughly once a month to the city of Milton. No, Brighton. Brighton, yes. He transits to Brighton to pay homage to his god and the skull of Dirgma that is planted within the religious circle of the Empire. Did this answer your question, or is there more you seek? You can look down the aisle there at different references.
Yeah. You don't happen to know personally if he had both of his eyes before he killed Dirgma, do you?
No, I don't have the foggiest. I know that he does not now. I do not know what his status was before, if he was a chosen or not.
Okay. I'm actually thinking IRL now. Yeah, let's go take a dive in the books, and I'm just gonna be looking at indexes, and I'm looking for dates and descriptions of Badrak.
Okay. Looking through the text, it takes a very long time for you to find detailed information on Badrak. He's referenced in some of the more recent texts that have been written about the Battle of Dirgma and the current existence of the Empire, but very small amounts. He is not an important creature in the large scale as far as, well, either the Empire or Succinct are largely concerned. But after a while, you are able to uncover one reference that very briefly skirts over the structure of the Orcs of Treston and how they came to be the Orcs of Treston, rather than maintaining their heritage name of the city. And in so, it talks about the two eyes of Grimsh there, two chosens, before they were overtaken by the Empire, raised up and molded into the structure that they have now. Going into the war, the two that replaced the two that came before, and after the war, there were added two more. The greatest being the one who slayed Dirgma, and after on the battlefield, directly after killing Dirgma, in front of all that were there after the war cry, and just before everybody rushed the dragon after the calm to harvest what they could. He then plucked his eye and cast it down with the dragon.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. And that's probably just hearsay, written report.
Yep.
People who were there told other people who told somebody that wrote it down. Okay.
Yep, there are a few survivors, but largely in these texts, it's either the quickest of recordings that could be taken, or recordings that were later taken from people who said something.
Okay. Very interesting. That's actually the answer to my questions. With that, I put up the tomes, and I imagine it's been several hours, and I walk over to Munson and let him know that I've found all the answers I think I'll find.
Okay, so the report was satisfactory. Another question for you: are you wanting to can we stock up on anything here? I don't think we really have much gold between the two of us to really purchase much, but
I have a bit of gold, actually. That's yeah. Let's go and spend a little bit of this.
because we need maybe some extra stuff while we're out in the desert, just while waiting.
Sure.
Maybe you get extra bags and stuff to hold.
DM, I'd like to run to a couple shops here on day 2, I reckon.
Okay. And what are you trying to get?
Well, there's one place I had in mind, Munson. I'd like to get a bottle of liquor.
Yeah, I figured that much already.
Yep.
Okay.
And I figure while we're at it, maybe I like the idea of getting a couple of bags.
We're in Dwarfland, so literally it will have everything we would need here for alcohol. I mean, that's their favorite thing to enjoy, so.
Sure.
What do we see, DM?
You notice that one of the establishments that you passed before is closed. The one that had somebody outside basically asking for help with something, that establishment is now closed. One of the others is readily open, and you're easily able to find alcohol in the city, but that's just something curious you note.
That is curious. I feel like we agreed to help them and then didn't.
I need like a 5 if we can pull one out real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
As you do your shopping, we'll take 5 to recollect ourselves.
Okay, cool.
Good point. Easily done. Wouldn't cost you. Okay, whatever cost real quick. It'll cost you, like, we'll say 10 gold for a bunch of random scrap that you think might help, and for enough ale for you to feel comfortable carrying a boar, you can give 5.
I don't want a bunch. I want something really nice.
Yeah, 5 gold. Either a bunch or something really nice. Like we'll say 2 bottles of something very nice for 5 gold.
Okay.
Do I remember if there's a magical shop here, or if it was on the outside?
The most magical they have here is in supplies for the forges, and
mostly it's rowan wood where you really need to go.
Correct. Fun thought I just had. Flint has had Gurky's bag. That's where he's been putting all of his stuff. All the stuff in the bag just went and did not get recovered. Did you put the Phoenix core in that bag?
Yes. I recall that being said specifically.
So the Phoenix core is no longer with Flint.
Perfect, but I don't know that, so it's okay.
Sure. Another point is that when you need to retrieve Gurky to be with you at the memory tree or any other place, you now can't do that.
But we still have the ability to talk to him.
Speaking of, yeah, sure. And speaking of, you get a message into this next day. Like as you're shopping around and going from place to place, you get a message from Gurky Munson. Care to explain to me why my bag disintegrated to ash when I tried to use it? Also, why are the others not answering the phone?
Let me think about that, because I have really, really sarcastic answers, and I have real serious answers, but I gotta come up with the proper answer. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just lay it down on him. Treasure hunters investigated incorrectly, decided to grab certain items, and poof! Incinerated. I'm guessing two outer forces combined it and incinerated what was yours. That's all I say.
Okay.
That's the third time I hit you.
Now, while it is kind of fun, I don't think it's very fair. I will say between Vorik, Pell, and Flint, I'll have all three of you roll one plain perception check to see if you visibly see or try or are able to vaguely remember that your stuff is floating around you. Granted, you're talking to a god right now, trying to solve your problem, and you're not exactly thinking about the stuff. You're trying to get your problem solved, right? So I'll see if you can perceive, as the energy is whisked around you, if you have the wherewithal to grab any of your stuff last second as you're teleported out.
I got 22. Yeah.
22. And Flint, what did you roll?
Sorry, what was I rolling?
A perception, please.
I would think out of anything Flint would lose, I think that would be like the number one thing he would have looked for, but that's just
Yeah.
me. Now with a 7.
So with the 7, Flint can grab one thing that he sees floating nearby him, which is you're in a cloud of your stuff and gore and stuff, right? So Flint can grab one thing. Both Vorik and Pell can grab 2 things of their things that are floating around them before you are whisked away by divine energy. So what are you grabbing?
What's
What
around?
are, what's around us?
You guys tell me. Whoever had the inventory list.
Stuff in your inventory. See what.
That'll be Flint.
Yeah, Flint. Tell me what was in the bag of Gurkies, and from that bag, not to mention the silks that are floating nearby. That's what you have to choose from. So there's a couple bodies and body parts of the changelings. There is the Phoenix core. What else is in the bag?
Okay, I'll grab the Phoenix core, obviously.
Sure.
Or does he grab his bird? That's questionable.
Yeah.
We're attached at the astral plane.
I like it. Solid answer. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you get pulled through, you'd still technically be on your mounts. I mean, I guess you wouldn't necessarily be demounted or, pulled off.
You gave Flint the scroll. I remember you gave him the scroll of Find Familiar.
Just find familiar, yeah. Nothing exciting.
Yeah, so that's there, I know. Oh, and something that's sure. We're trying to figure out what else is there so they can choose what to pick. And something else that I kind of take for granted because it's just in my brain and I forget to say it out loud. While you're in the astral sea, you don't want for oxygen. There's no, there's no instance that you can't breathe or anything. It's not super hot or super cold. It's just plain empty existence. Just to be clear on that as well.
So it feels wonderful compared to the lava cave.
Basically, yeah, it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah. Man, I would have been there for like 3 months. I wouldn't have left.
I'm like still trying to breathe though. I'm like I'll need to do that.
Two items. What do you Pell take?
I will get that flute that Flint put in there. And does like the scrap count as like one item, or does each individual piece count as an item?
The scrap would be is each individual item. Like, you know, there's pipes, there's valves, there's springs, there's plates, there's a lot of stuff. The glass vials.
We'll get that flute and
Did he put a list up? I missed it if he did.
I didn't see a list, but I didn't post anything.
When did you post anything about the inventory?
I think
Yeah.
he just took the Phoenix core, so I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I know he did. But I mean, like, do
Oh.
you have a list of what was in the bag yet?
Oh,
I can't. I don't have. Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, no problem. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can, if it's in your thing here, then I'll be able to find it.
So I don't lose all my inventory.
Well, what's on you and what's in the bag are different. What's on you is fine.
Yeah, see, the problem with Pell is Pell had a lot of stuff in his bag, like the gold pieces and
yeah.
whatever.
Well,
The mirror piece, all that stuff.
Well, all that's fine, because Pell's bag didn't disintegrate. Just
Well,
Gurky's bag.
technically it would, wouldn't it? Because you're pulling technically a bag of holding going through another bag of holding would disintegrate both, correct?
No, not correct. Because at this time, the portable hull and the Gurky bag are what reacted to cause the rift. At that time, the rift was not a bag; it was just a hole in space-time that sucked
Okay.
everything through.
Sweet. So he doesn't. So all of his stuff's fine. Okay,
Yeah, Pell's fine.
Nice. I want
Um,
his money. I mean, nice. Good job. Good job.
I really have no clue what to grab.
Maybe you could ask Flint what to grab, since Flint has some interesting items.
Well, that's what I'm trying to see here. He doesn't have items in his list that I see. He has like
Pell, do you still have the bag of holding in your character's inventory?
yeah, I got my bag.
Is that the same bag that we gave to Flint?
No.
Yeah, he has Gurky's bag, but he doesn't have the
His
individual
Gurky's bag of
stuff.
holding.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Where-
you can grab Gurky's rope, right?
Is this? Yeah, I was gonna say, is this not the way that Gurky was going back and forth? So where's Gurky right now?
He is somewhere in his own existence. He's wherever his bag leads to, which, as far as you remember, is his safe house somewhere in Isenwell. But we'll say, for our purposes right now, that there are body parts of changelings. There is Gurky's rope. There is the scroll of Find Familiar. There are metals and glass scraps and vials and things of that nature. And there's the Phoenix core, which Flint grabbed. I don't know of anything else of import in there. If there is, we'll find out. We forgot it later.
Perfect.
Didn't you put that flute thing?
What flute thing? I heard you mention that before. I didn't know what you're talking about, so I was going to roll with it, but I'm not sure what that is.
Say there's like a flute with all that scrap for.
Harmonica.
It's still sitting there, I believe, isn't it? Or did Flint grab that?
Nope, he got that. Just scooped all the scrap in there. So the harmonica's in there
Okay.
too.
Okay, gotcha.
That would have
It's a
got the
harmonica Pell.
harmonica and the scroll of Find Familiar.
Okay, scroll and harmonica.
So, because you said we would probably end up remembering more. Can I hold my two
Sure, fair enough.
until we're like, oh shit, this is in there?
Yeah, we can do that. No problem.
Okay.
So, have you determined what your message is back to Gurky? Oh no, you did say that already. So we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Good on that message. Okay.
You'll be able to respond to me till tomorrow, so.
So yeah, are you guys doing anything else with as the day fades in Cliffcrag? Thinking about where you're going to be when night falls, where you're going to sleep, or anything like that?
Well, we could technically get a room and sleep here, unless you want to get back to the cave, so just in case they reappear. I'm keeping my
Yeah, I
odds
think-
up there.
I think I wanna go back to the cave.
Well, I can teleport us.
One last thing before we go. What time is it, DM?
It is in game probably roughly 7 p.m.
Okay. Ugbor runs back to the library to see if it's still open.
It is. The library is
think
open
it's
24/7.
24/7.
Yep.
Okay. So he wanders in, and
It's the Denny's of Cliff Craig.
Yeah.
uh he looks up at the wings. And he scratches his chin. He walks back outside the library. Munson, did you follow me?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything else anyways. So.
Okay.
Do it together.
I'd like to touch those wings.
You want
Every
me?
time I touch dragons with this tattoo, man.
He
There's
gets
something to it.
All right. So, I don't know if that's really allowed here, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll touch you, whisper some lovely sexiness in your ear, and you begin to fly. If it's a
If it were heroes.
I Peter Pan my way up there, and I get close to the wings, man. Let's touch them.
Okay. You get close to the wings, and you reach out with your hand and touch them. And your tattoo glows warm, like as a reminder, but no major reaction.
Okay. Cool. All right. Ugbor comes back down. You all probably think I'm a crazy person, but I swear to you,
dude,
this all means something.
your body yelled at us about the success of killing the dragon, so crazy is kind of off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm good to return. Let's give it a shot. And good thing too that you already cast fly on me, because I remember what happened last time, buddy, and I don't want to fall off a mountain.
Well, you know, we're both flying right now. I guess I'll upcast it so I give it to Jeremiah as well, just in case.
Okay.
And then, so that'd be a 4th level spell. Whoops, not 23 spells left. Alright, so there. And then I will teleport us, or try to.
Okay. Keep that text up, please.
Yeah. Let me put that up real quick.
Okay. So, you need to roll a percentage die first, right?
Yeah, based on familiarity will help my percentile, but yeah. Well, I gotta roll, not percentile, I gotta roll to see if I can cast a 7th level.
Right, because it's from the Atlas.
Yeah, because I have 2 slots left to attempt. First roll will be a fail.
Okay.
So I have one more chance for today, and that'll be fine. I rolled a 17, so I'll be able to cast it.
Okay. So, you are, we'll say, very familiar because you were literally just there with it in the place. If you roll anything above a 25%, you are on target.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see if Ugbor's wishes are true. You said over 25%, so 25.
25 to 100.
92.
Okay, very good number. You cast the spell, lifting Ugbor, yourself, and Jeremiah into the air, and as arc energy wraps itself around you and dissipates you, you instantly reappear where?
Hoping right where we originally ported from.
So back in the
Inside
cave.
that cave, right in that spot.
Okay. And you are basically right exactly where you expect to be.
Oof. Yeah. Well, let's just say my math is great. No one died? Anyone in the wall looking around? Nope. Okay, all 3 of us are here. Woo!
Yeah, I'm here. I made it.
You realize
And
I
I'm not
would've
in water.
missed,
Or lava.
You could have been in the wall or
You could
lava.
have been.
The wall. That's like insta-death the most.
That would have been great, yeah.
So does that mean that Jeremiah It's right there.
He is right there.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, we'll look around. I would say let's spend 10 minutes of fly and look around the cave and look around outside to see if they've returned or if we've noticed anything different as we've disappeared and came back.
Nope, you take your time.
Before you drink the bottle, Ugbor.
Oh, I haven't gone to drink yet.
We'll do that tonight.
Yeah.
You take the time to look around the dragon's den, and nothing seems to be awry. Nothing changes from when you last left. Zachary Jeb has not returned. His body's nowhere nearby. All is quiet in this bubbling hot cave.
Great. I would like to look at the portrait with Phelan in it, with all of the runes on it. I have them written down to the way that it would make sense to a point, I guess, but to combining together, I'm not sure what it would offer to one creature, having all the runes. I mean, it would obviously make them godly of godly, but I mean, let's see, I wrote it down this time. So, Algiz is elk, protection, basically the highest protection possible. And Zeus is a god, literally breather, ancestral spirits. Dagas would be day or dawn, awakening, invisibility, enlightenment. I mean, it's just, they all have meanings, but for the purpose in which it offers to them, I wouldn't be 100%. Trust, teamwork, or love for Iwas. Gabu would be a gift, sacrifice, a sacred marriage potentially. Olitha would be an ancestral lot, a homeland, something like that. And then Tewaz would be like the god of Tyre, sacrifice, sovereign order. But that's all on one creature. All of these runes are between those two in that portrait.
If you want to spend the evening studying the runes and remembering the book and the meanings therein, you might be able to divine something from that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll spend the rest of the night studying that portrait with all the runes on it.
Okay. Ugbor, what are you doing with your evening?
Ugbor, nervous that his friends may have actually perished, and contemplating the smooth little spoon in his pocket with the jagged tip. He spends as much time as he can inside, but ultimately chooses to go back to the entrance and look out amongst the fields.
At the entrance of the cave, looking out, you're able to see a great distance. Matter of fact, you're able to see all of the sand plate and part of the Whispering Plains. The Whistling Plains. You're able to see the backside of the mountains that represent Cliff Crag, and the curve and arc of the Glitterfire peaks as they arc and dwindle into the distance. You're able to see how insignificantly small you are in comparison to this world. And all of this in the twilight as the sun sets over the horizon, giving way to light beaming off of Saloon onto Falonkort.
As the sun starts to set, I get up and brush myself off and go back inside.
Okay.
Making it over back to Munson. I ask him if he wants a drink.
I'll take one shot while I study. I can't get too flinty-dimsy as I'm trying to read this book. Or read this portrait, make sure I understand why it's such in perfect condition here, and why it still having no issues.
Sure.
Okay. I hand over a bottle of ale. The bottle is labeled Cliff Craig's Preferred.
Nice.
As you two drink and wait, Munson, with the runes, you're studying them, and you're able to figure out that the runes must mean something different to every individual. Based on the vision that you had, the meanings of the runes in the books, the images of Osere, the runes being bestowed to different people from the vision, and them all being different, looking on this portrait of the first of the gifteds of Sylvanas. These runes obviously amplify their magic capacity in some form, exemplified by Lyseri, using them to do certain things that maybe not be natural to her skill set. So these runes and their different meanings might provide extra power from Sylvanas to his specific chosen. For example, Arena Protection might grant them a higher level of protection against physical damage or spells or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
each one's a gift from a different god or a different entity based on what they may or may not earn, based on what gift is provided.
right, they are the physical representation of an overall aspect of magic.
I mean, technically, it could go either way, though. It could technically be good or bad. It could reverse on them, too.
Hmm.
Not necessarily always good.
The runes can be inverted and perverted if their magics were improper, and they would take on different meanings in that case.
Now, would this be the Phelan, in my mind, would this be the Phelan that my brain sees from the dream I had, the words that was said from the memory tree versus, like, the portrait picture?
I actually had that question because I had taken that as a note. This is
Would this be
I-
the Phelan?
or have we been mishearing you and the name is Phelan Nen?
Nope. This is the Phelan. This is
Okay.
the wolf named Phelan, and you can rightfully assume that this land was once Phelan's court, and his partner Elaine was the elf that was first gifted in the vision that you saw, where she was kneeling beneath an ungodly large tree that was covered in violet leaves and flowers. And but this person does not match the voice from the vision, does not match the voice from the other vision, or the image from the one at the memory tree. That's somebody totally different.
Interesting. Okay, nope, I would just, after I'm done studying and not really getting what I want out of what I was thinking it would offer, because, you know, obviously the runes are complicated as shit anyways. I will just look over an board like, alright, pass it on, I'm ready. Just drinking, get some sleep. Hopefully tomorrow, or like I said, day 4. That's as long as we wait, Ugbor. If nothing happens by then, we will have to journey on our own. But
Okay.
now here's my question. I see a lot more fucking shit now, don't I? With the robe of eyes on.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well,
You don't have that spell on you anymore.
No, it's not a spell.
Wouldn't Pell have lost his concentration?
No. This is robe of eyes. This is an item I attuned to while we were here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Forgot
Yeah,
about
it's this
that
one right here.
thing.
I didn't.
All directions have evangelism perception checks around sight. You have dark vision after original training. Creatures aren't just well seen in the plane.
So literally, I'm seeing so much more shit than I used to see.
Yes, that is correct.
I need a drink.
Ugbor has only been sipping on his. Most of it's still there.
Basically, when you turn to look at me, Ugbor, all the eyes on my robe just blink and look at you.
If you are familiar with the creature Thousand Eyes Restrict, that's what Munson looks like.
It's
That's wild.
yeah. Let's see.
You know, Munson?
Yeah.
Pell has so much faith in his god. I feel like Pell would be willing to do anything for his god.
That's why I'm thinking he's not dead. Just saying.
He certainly, I don't think that Saloon would look at him as a disappointment.
No, I don't want that style. I don't want that style. That's true. He has proven himself more times than not to her. I don't see why she would not find a way to save him. I mean, I don't know if it'd save anyone else, but I'm thinking like this is actually the one I was thinking of right here. This is how my good look.
Yep, there you go.
Boom.
Awesome.
Look at that. Look. There it is. Look how vicious that looks. Looks like veins. Oh yeah, sexy. But yeah, I honestly think Pell would have. If this was the end, it's hard to believe. But how much he talked about Saloon and what she can do and all that, and how Warwick supposedly is now seeing things that we can't see maybe from Saloon. I don't know. But it would be hard to believe that with the war coming up, she would allow him or either of them to vanish when the crisis that's coming our way. I think she would find a way to save him if she could.
But when the world needed them most, the Avatar just
They
disappeared.
vanished.
But I don't know about Flint.
Uh,
Not that
if
against
they-
the little guy, but you know.
If they don't return, I think I'd like to go back to the wreckage and maybe try to collect Squimbly. Pretty sure one of his little automatons was pretty banged up from the fight. Don't think it made it.
I mean, we could always go out there tomorrow and take a look and grab pieces if they're still there. I don't know if we'll be able to find them very well. The sand has probably covered a crap ton of them with the different
Well-
winds and all that happened outside over the days, I'm sure.
About that, I think I understand now what Grumsh has asked of me.
Okay.
Growing up, there were these guys of legend, renown. The adults used to call them the Three Eyes of Grumsh. And they all are missing an eye. One of them took their left eye, two others took their right. It seems to be something that Grumsh calls us to do, and I can think of no other reason why that dragon's viscera would have become this object. And I pull out the spoon and present it to Munson. Then Grumsh providing me an implement to pluck my eye.
So we'll get this straight. So this is to pluck your eye to.
Grumsh is, he's the one-eyed god.
So basically, you pluck an eye to show your.
Imitate him. Emulate him.
And what is your thought on that?
Well, I can't let Pell be a better follower of his god than I am of mine.
So should I punch you and enrage you so you can stab yourself in the eye? Just
Well,
curious.
I've been thinking about that too, and I feel a calmness that I didn't used to feel. I don't think I need to do that anymore.
So you don't need to be angry to stab yourself.
I don't think I need to be angry to be angry.
Gotcha. So you feel you can do this without needing assistance?
I think it's something that I have to do. I'm
So,
hoping, I am hoping that that bottle of liquid courage will get me through it. But
I mean, I could wrap you around a chain around the rock and then give your hand just enough range to, stab yourself.
yeah,
then-
yeah,
Then
I
you're
can fall
stuck
into
here.
it.
Then you can't fall into the lava.
There, yeah, yeah.
I always have options. The magical shackles. I mean, I don't think you'll break out of those. So
I thought about that actually. I figured, maybe it didn't matter where I did it, but I noticed that there was one article I read back at the stacks, and in that article, it was a retelling of some events about Badrak, who killed Dirkma, and in those scrolls, it defined a scenario where he kills the dragon, plucks
Okay.
his eye, and throws it to the dragon.
what happened to the dragon?
A few
saved
moments
it?
later, the dragon was destroyed, torn apart by the armies.
So, okay, so his eye throwing to the dragon didn't cause anything to happen to the dragon. The armies themselves tore it apart. But in honor of his god, he tore his eye out to show his victory against such a dangerous beast to his god.
Yeah, I think that might be what Grumsha's asking me to do, to accept his call.
So what you're saying is we need to go down there, and then I will observe you stab yourself in the eye and throw it at a dead being on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
This sounds pretty fucking terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. How much more drink you need?
Well, I'm not gonna worry about that until the morning, I don't reckon.
I'll say nighttime might be a better time. It's cooler out there,
True,
and I have a lot of vision. I can see all around us now.
true.
And
But then we'd have to come back, and then I'd have to find a way to sleep without an eye. I think I'll wait until the morning.
I mean, I can knock you out. No, I
That's
probably
an
could.
option.
Probably couldn't. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you'd be trying for a while, I think.
I'll just throw in the lava. I mean, that wouldn't that right? Okay, let's get some sleep, and then we will potentially sacrifice an eye for the victory of your god. Sounds
Yep.
great.
I'm thrilled about it.
Exciting. Me too.
It takes a lot.
Really stupid, but it sounds great. Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort, especially for Outboard, to find rest this night. But eventually, with enough patience and boredom, you do fall asleep in this hot cave. And you wake up, your natural internal clock waking you up roughly after dawn. This is the morning of the third day. And at this time, Pell, Vorik, and Flint, you guys grab what you can before Saloon's magic wafts around you and brings you back into the material plane. And as your feet land and gravity takes you and pulls you down in a familiar sense that you're used to, you guys look around and see that it is morning, when to you, but a few moments ago, it was almost evening. You are now present at Pell's request, outside at dawn, in front of the body of Adamak. What are you guys doing?
Have we had a long rest?
You have not.
Flint, you've teleported before. Suck it up.
Enter plane travel. It's a bitch.
Yeah. 3-day jet lag.
Whoop
actually
my
think-
astral travel.
I actually think some people have figured out a series of rolls that you have to do if you don't actually have this spell and you do a plane shift to figure out if you take damage or not.
While Pill is berating him, he starts throwing up. Now, Flint, you just gotta.
Now here's my question: do we sell the griffins? That's such a strong question.
Yes.
I think the griffins might be lost.
With the griffins going through the portal involuntarily, Saloon would have brought them back without effort.
Okay, good. I wouldn't want an
Freckles
angry
is
Flint
puking
because
too.
he lost Freckles. I couldn't deal with 5 days of anger Flint with no Freckles.
So, guys, I think we should have a cooler story than we just got teleported to like some weird place. Let's say we've been there for like years, and Flint had another wife. Boric somehow.
Whoa.
Hard stop.
Boric, he had kids.
That's a negative. That's a Flint negative right there.
Hard pass on that cannon, buddy.
We lived for so many years.
Flint had another husband.
You know, he finds that to be more agreeable clearly.
No, I had to stop myself from going way too blue. Yeah.
Sure.
No, he didn't have he didn't meet anybody along the way that was as lovely as his wife.
Who definitely has a name.
Yeah.
We just fell in love with the break.
Gonna just tell everybody my family's names?
No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about your wife, Frank.
Well, do tell us though what you guys are doing as of this morning. Now that you are back in the material plane, you believe that you were just gone moments ago, leaving your friends up in the cave.
I think after this little transaction, you're gonna have to start coming to Sunday Mass. You've been going both. Bored. Not boring. I don't know who that is.
Your new name is Boren. 3 days of travel, your name has changed, my son.
My name changed. I died. I'm Vorik the second.
No, now you're Voren.
To be fair, it's even more extreme than that, Munson. It's more like a 45-second trip, and then they change the name.
Well, no, remember they're gonna tell us a bigger story than a 45-second trip. Remember?
True. We're getting into layers of Inception now, though.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Vorik should be good at it.
We were gone for years. We were gone so long that I came back to life and died again.
Nice.
This is
I like it.
off.
Natural causes.
Alright, well, the dead dragon's still here. Should we just go back up to the cave, see if they're still there?
I think for the sake of efficiency, the first place that Ugbor and Munson are gonna go is down there.
It's true.
Okay.
Fly away.
I gotta cheer on the whole removing the eye, throwing it at a creature thing.
So
Maybe we could meet in the middle.
So just as Vorpel and Flint take to the sky with Spaghetti and the Freckles, you guys see Munson and Ugbor and Jeremiel flying down from the cave. So who stops? It's a Canadian standoff where you see each other and try to figure out who's getting out of the way, who's stopping, who's going.
Are we hallucinating, Ugbor?
I think we might be.
Alright,
I'm on a griffin.
Let's just go past them. It's an illusion. They're not here. We've been here too long.
Jeremiah, don't you dare stop.
Tap on the shoulder. Be like,
Jeremiah, do not talk to him. Do not distract him. Focus. We're watching an eye pop out today.
Like, you're it.
In reality, though, Ugbor is overjoyed to see his comrades he was certain was dead, and, flies out to them. Fellas, hey! Oh my god!
My math was right again. Damn it. One day I'll be wrong.
But that day is not today, guys. Holy shit.
Flint, I got stuff for you.
I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Where did you guys go?
Ooh, were you in the tear between two worlds?
Or somewhere. It was horrifying and beautiful, and we were there for years.
Years?
It's been 66 hours.
It's been
Yeah,
so
it's been
long.
been about 3 days, guys.
Well, 66 hours, give or take a minute.
There's ships
Holy
that
crap, years? Look at you, you don't even have, and Ugbor starts pawing on Pel's face, you don't even have more facial hair? How did you guys get razors out there?
hard times. We kind of forgot that we could do things, and then one day I was like, oh yeah, shit. Saloon, help us. And then she got us out of there.
Ah, see what I tell you, Gordon. And now you have to show that your god's as good as his. Remember? Oh, do you want to tell him what you plan on doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shit.
So here's a long story short, pal. Ready for this?
Sure.
Ugbor's gonna show you what a god does for him, for his god. He's gonna
Yeah.
show you. He's gonna show you the guidance of his god.
Yeah. Saloon be teleporting you away and shit? Is that what you did? I
Yeah.
forget. I may have jumped the script actually. Real talk.
Uh,
And,
Sounds like his god intervened again.
Yeah.
We had a little circle, and we were like, hey, you're really cool. Please take us back. We forgot we were here for years.
And it
Flint,
worked.
Did you pray, Flint?
Hell, I gotta tell
Yeah.
you, buddy, your god, your god is bullshit. They just give you things and give you things and give you things. What is this? Are we just raising a bunch of pussies? Huh? Is that what's going on here? Is just every god out there just a piece of shit? And Ugbor starts walking off towards that dragon. He starts fiddling around in his pocket. He goes, you know what? Everybody's just a bunch of cowards, man, and I'm sick of it. And he pulls this spoon out, and he throws it on the ground, and like he's sweating. He's nervous.
I do like a little like clap. Okay, guys, watch.
Do you have vomit on your sweater already?
Yeah, bro, he's getting there. Actually nervous about this. So Ugbor picks back up that spoon, and he sighs, and he gets over close to the dragon. He takes a deep breath. He enters rage, and he jams that spoon right behind his left eye.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to make me contesting Constitution and Strength checks.
Who?
Ugbor.
Okay.
He's contesting himself. He's contesting his own strength versus his own Constitution.
I was talking to them. Love you.
So advantage on strength checks and saving throws, and then straight on con.
Mm-hmm. This is correct.
Know about that?
That's a strength save, not a strength check.
She's asking me all this stuff.
Yeah, those are both. Yeah, both of those are wrong. Shit.
What's she doing? Setting up quarantine?
Small text. There we go. Oh, the humanity.
Straight con, baby.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
You don't have a lot of strength of will to do what you're doing, but
Yeah.
you do it as much as you can anyway.
Okay.
And although your strength is not as strong as you've ever been, your body succumbs and lets it happen. Your body almost, by some sort of like default, doesn't, like, refuses to resist your attempts at mutilation, and the spoon slides up and over and behind your eye, and you start to bleed, and your vision goes blurry in that eye. Make me another contesting strength and constitution check.
Ooh.
Digging behind your eye in the socket of your skull with the serrated sharp spoon, you find the tethers that connect your eye to your brain, and you take the serrations and violently pull in one direction and cut and sever the cord, and the blurry, bloody vision that is paining you on this side of your head goes black, and you are now blinded in this eye. Make one final check. Your strength grows by the moment, and after severing the connections between your eye and yourself, you make one last round scoop and leverage pop your eye out of your own skull and catch it in your hand. Blood trickling down your face. You're going to take 13 points of damage, halved because you're raging. So 6.
Surely not. Surely it should be more.
Nope. That was 2d8.
I challenge the DM. Roll again.
I want to see 12
I popped my eye out. 13 damage. I have 140 health.
I know,
12 d8,
but
100 d8.
an eye being blinded is an effect. It's not necessarily detrimental to your overall living. You're not
Okay.
you're not losing a ton of blood.
Okay. Damn.
So you now
So instant regret. First of all, searing pain.
absolutely.
I've kind of feel myself like starting to buckle, and I pick up the eye over my head, and I barely get out the words for Grumsh, and I drop that eye onto the dragon.
You've heard the story, or rather read the story, of how the man who killed the previous red dragon before you carved out his own eye in rage and triumphant battle honor and dropped it onto the dragon before the battlefield was silenced. What you didn't hear was how, when your eye hits the flesh of the dragon, the eye bursts into flames and instantly swirls and cooks in red fire before it disintegrates, and energy wafts out across the entirety of the field before you and around you for about 100 feet in a gentle waft of hot energy.
Hot man energy.
Ooh, so what do you think, pal?
I was gonna come over. I was gonna clasp him by the shoulder, and pick him up, gonna look at him, put a hand over his eye, and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh no.
Go to class Greater Restoration and make him regrow an eye.
I sacrificed.
He just takes it away. He just takes it away. I become the chosen for 4 seconds, and because I didn't tell him.
No, man, you already made the sacrifice. You're good.
Yeah.
Flint, here, I got you things. And I hand you everything I think it would take to build a cannon or gun of sorts for your Phoenix Core, if you still have it on you.
Outstanding, I do.
Okay, sweet.
Ugbor, going forward, you're going to have disadvantage on all perception checks.
Okay.
You're also going to get an additional 1d8
Mm.
damage to all attacks while raging.
How
Okay.
much?
1d8.
1d8.
Nice. Basically like Divine Smite. I like it. In this case, it's Divine Rage.
Divine Rage.
I love it. That's what it is.
You're welcome.
And like out of character, I think it'd be really cool if it changed your subclass to the Zealot subclass.
Ooh, I'm not against that'd be
And
cool.
and you have advantage on all performance checks in which you are trying to pretend to be a pirate.
Yarr! Only when you're raging.
Only when you're raging.
Rage pirate. You get attack
Start
speed.
running in. Rawr! Matey! You have my treasure! Oh,
They'll
what do you think
believe
my
the hell
robe?
out of you.
What do you think my robe, Flint?
As
Dude.
as this ritual is completed and this waft of hot, angry energy exudes from the death point of this dragon, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Nice. Yeah.
With Ugbor the Besmirched becoming Ugbor Giant Slayer.
More of the smirched.